Welcome to another edition of The Good Outdoors on 99.5 Kicks Country with Steve, Daryl, and Ronnie. It's everything about the outdoors. Take it away, guys.
Good morning. Welcome to the Monday edition of the Good Outdoors radio show here in beautiful Valdosta, Georgia. I'm Daryl Nichols in the studio this morning with Ronnie Colbert. How you doing, Ronnie?
Man, I'm phenomenal this morning.
Glad to have you back, man.
I'm glad to be back. Woo.
I bet you are, man. I know you had it kind of rough there for a solid week, didn't you?
Just about a whole week. But you know what I did? I got out in the good outdoors starting Saturday afternoon, and I didn't get back in the indoors, the bad indoors, till about midday yesterday. And it did me a lot of good.
Man, I tell you what, if you didn't get in the good outdoors this weekend and enjoy yourself as beautiful it was here around locally, man, something's wrong.
Yeah, there's something bad wrong with you. You need to change your lifestyle or something, because, man, it was beautiful this weekend.
Yes, sir, man. I tell you what, Saturday was gorgeous. Sunday was gorgeous. We were outside, off and on all day long, both days. So, man, I can't say enough about it, how fun it was to be outdoors. I hunted a little bit and played a little bit. We just had fun, man. So I'd love to hear what some other people did in the good outdoors. I did see some on Facebook. Some people fished and some people hunted and had some success.
Yes, they did.
So that was a good thing in life, man.
I'm going to tell you, I think Saturday we got a little dose of what's coming this summer, because it got pretty warm about midday Saturday.
Ooh,
well, about 2 or 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
It didn't seem like it got quite as hot yesterday. Maybe it's because I was a little more shaded, but I got kind of toasty Saturday.
Yeah, it got warm both days, man. It sure did. It didn't take long. Right after daylight, it started heating up really, really quick to me, and got on up there and felt good. But you're right, it was shorts weather, short sleeve shirts and shorts and flip-flop weather all weekend long when you was outdoors.
No, you didn't need to have no flip-flops on where I was. Running through the woods chasing a dog. That might be why I got so warm Saturday, pushing this 250 pounds through the bushes. Looked like where a D8 ran through there.
I hear you, man. I hear you. Hey, I was cruising around this morning, and I found a little something I didn't realize here. It says Valdosta State University wins college fishing Southeastern Conference event on Lake Seminole. I didn't even know this existed. It said the Valdosta State University team of Grant Colson and Michael Harbach, I think, both of Valdosta, Georgia, won the FLW College Fishing Southeastern Conference event on Lake Seminole with 3 bass weighing 10 pounds. The victory earned the club $2,000 and advanced the team to the FLW College Fishing Southeastern Conference Invitational Tournament. Boy, that is a mouthful to say. Anyway, they going somewhere else. So, and they talking about how good it feels, and everybody gets lucky every once in a while. Today was just our day. They said they switched up to a Carolina rig with a 3/4 ounce weight to keep it on the bottom. So, man, they done a good job, So they didn't catch their first keeper till around 11 o'clock, and they didn't pre-fish at all, but they both been on the lake before. I didn't realize, that Valdosta State actually had a tournament team like that, a fishing tournament team. We'll have to get in touch with some of these guys. And I was going through looking, and at the top 15 teams, you had Valdosta State, Auburn University, University of South Alabama, Florida State University, University of Tennessee, Georgia Southern. There's a lot of them in here. Macon State College. I didn't realize, that Valdosta State even had a fishing team. So we're gonna have to get in touch with these guys and get them in here on the good outdoors and tell about what they do too.
Yeah, nothing else. Maybe they'll bring us fish or two, right?
Something to eat.
Yeah, we're always looking for that.
But I didn't, Jeremy Pridgeon was in last week, and we talked to him for a little bit, and I didn't, I had never asked him about it and never really heard him talk about it. So that's just interesting to me. All kind of stuff here just locally in Valdosta, Georgia, we don't even know about.
I wonder if Chad fished this weekend.
I bet he probably did.
I know Robert McGinn did. They went down to the flats, and he sent me a picture of one of the biggest specks I've ever seen in my life. So,
really?
Yeah, so he had a good weekend.
Richard Peterson, he had a good weekend too.
Yes, he did.
He said he found one decent bass on Saturday, and yeah, that's a nice fish. I like how dark them fish are in them tannic waters like that.
Yeah, they're pretty.
Pretty neat, man. And I posted a picture here on the Good Outdoors of 2 deer fighting, and this was in North Dakota, I think it was.
Did you see the one where the post that somebody put on their Facebook about the 3 that locked up and drowned in the creek?
Oh yeah, I did. I saw that.
That was a long read, but it was kind of neat.
I saw that. I think it was last year I saw that, but I actually saw on Facebook where he posted it.
Yeah.
And I think it was John Darling, I believe, the one that posted that.
Yes, it was.
This is in South Dakota. It shows rare video shows 2 deer fighting while standing on their hind legs, and I've seen this before in the wild, and mostly with does, and I've seen bucks do it. You know, when their horns are in velvet, but I've never seen them do it like they were doing it on. They were getting down on this one, son, and they slow it down for you and put it in slow motion, and you see one of them just clocking the other one upside the head 3 or 4 times. Finally, and they're in a park now, a park area. And the deer that got beat actually tripped over the stands and fell into some of the stands and got up and ran away. He said, "Ow, I hurt." Tore him up, man.
Is that what he said?
Yeah, he said, "Ow," and hauled butt. But yeah, it's it's pretty funny video to watch. It happened actually in Tomer Park in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Said it's not unusual to see 40 deer out there. I guess they're congregating up this time of the year, and say, "Hey, man, let's go over here and eat this buffet, or let's go to this buffet because there's so much getting out there to eat."
Yeah, right.
You talk about the woods greening up, man. They are greening up good, great, and I mean in an not alarming rate, but a fast rate. You know, me and Matt was out messing around this weekend at Hunting Club.
It's about what y'all were doing, just messing around.
Just messing around, and we're gonna cover that a little bit later on. But we went to a place that we had already been like 2 or 3 weeks before, and looking for some turkeys, and I'm like, man, I thought it was a lot more open in here, and I got to looking around how much new green stuff was in the woods right now, and it was open. Don't get me wrong, for South Georgia, it's very, very, very open, but it was just greening up, thickening up, getting pretty, and the turkeys were there. They just wasn't there when we were there, but you can see where they had been before. By all means, there's a lot of stuff going on in the outdoors right now. I'm trying to get back to one of these.
Like what?
Well, I mean, there's just hunting and fishing going on, man. It's warmed up this weekend. People getting in the outdoors, and getting to where you can just enjoy the outdoors. Starting to get swimming season. I know Wild Adventures.
Wait.
Yeah, I know Wild Adventures opened up the water park this weekend. I heard AK out there for $99.5.
I think it'd still be a little chilly out there right now for that, but
I was telling Daryl. Daryl said he didn't take a dip in the pool yesterday. I said, I don't understand people. The first good warm weekend you have, and they want to jump in the swimming pool. I've got news for you, buddy. The water is still cold. It ain't been warm long enough to get that water warm.
This is true.
And I used to go through that all the time back when we had a swimming pool up in Hayhire. And it'd get warm, and the kids would want to go swimming. I said, man, y'all crazy. I mean, just the water ain't warm yet. Well, here they'd go. They'd jump out there, and about 2 minutes later, they was out. I'm freezing. I'm cold.
All blue-lipped.
Yeah, don't listen to me. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm 40 years old. Never done this before.
Yeah, well, that's why you don't know anything. You're 40, and they're kids. They know everything.
They know it all.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Found an article this morning that says U.S. arms control advocates must show they like guns. And that brought up a good point. These people that are trying to ban our guns and take our guns all the time, they're throwing this out there now as, hey, we're hunters, we're outdoorsmen, we do like guns, we just want more gun control, and they're trying it. Yeah. They showed Barack Obama. There's a funny picture up here. I've looked at this picture a couple of months ago. Shows him shooting skeet. It shows him on a skeet course, I guess, at Camp David, and it's got the gun. He's shooting the gun there. It's got the smoke coming out the end of the barrel.
Yep.
But I see, and I pointed this out, I see absolutely no recoil on his shoulder. So I wonder what's up with that. Is this a Photoshop or what?
And he's a wormy little fella too, so it should have jarred him pretty good.
It should have kicked him pretty good.
Yeah.
But it makes a lot of sense. This article here, it shows him, he's for gun control, but yet he likes to go out and shoot. Then you got Gabrielle Giffords. He said that they founded a gun control advocacy group after surviving a gunshot wound. Said she and her husband keeps 2 guns in a safe at home. He's the one that tried to buy the assault rifle here a month or so ago. And Joe Biden boasts that he owns 2 shotguns. So there's in some some of these mayors will say they're hunters and all this crap. Like Cuomo, I think he says he's a hunter. They're not. I'm telling you, I'm sorry, they're not. They're lying through their damn teeth, and I can't stand it. They are not gun. They're not gun advocates. They don't care nothing about a firearm, or they would not be after them in the way they are. It's ridiculous. It's pitiful. I hate it.
Yeah.
And it's just tactics that they use trying to get people to say, oh, yeah, well, they're actually hunters and people that like to shoot, and therefore gun control. So we should be too. Well, bull. That's just wrong. Just wrong. You got to, You got to read between the lines, people. They're just doing that, trying to get people that know no better to support gun control. That's all they're trying to do. And I get so ticked off and mad about it, I just can't stand it. Just aggravated. Anyway, what'd you do this weekend, Ronnie?
Well, I spent the Saturday morning doing something I really didn't want to do. I was at the shop, and we worked till about 12, 1 o'clock on one of my buddies from the hunting club on his truck, just doing the regular yearly PM stuff. That's preventive maintenance for you people that don't know what PM is. It's not just after dark or after 12 noon. We left there. We went down to the Flatwoods, and we ran some dogs.
Wow.
We did that, and we went back to the camp a little after dark 30. Drank some Coca-Colas and did some grilling out and did some socializing. That's my favorite part of the whole deal anyway.
Was there a lot of people down there?
Well, there was quite a few. Quite a few. We probably had about 10, 15 head down there.
Wow, good gracious.
And then we got up Sunday morning and did it all over again.
Had some turkey hunters down there, I'm sure.
Yes, we did. Had two. Had two.
They kill anything?
Time.
Well, that's a lot of what I've been doing all year long. So
that's the way it is.
But I love
this weather's been so wishy-washy, and I think that's got a big impact on it. And maybe there's a bumper crop of hens this year. Maybe that's got a lot to do with it too. And if that's the case, then it'll get better a little bit later in the season. So.
Yeah, I think that's what we're going through out there with Matt. Is they have such a high turkey population. I think the later part of the year is going to be even better and better. They'll end up real bad. I also saw where, the California hikers, I don't know if you were aware of this last week, Ronnie, 2 of them were missing.
Yeah.
And they found both of them, and one of them's been released from the hospital the weekend. So that's good news, man.
That's good news.
Said he was ready to get out. He'd been hallucinating from dehydration when he was up lost in the woods. But we'll cover a little bit of that in just a few minutes when we come back. Thanks for listening to The Good Outdoors this morning. We'll be right back.
Here we go again. Every time there's a food plot to be planted, Daryl's nowhere to be found. You see him, Ronnie?
He's probably in the truck eating a dang sandwich.
I'm sitting right here by this tree, and they don't even see me.
Man, that Real Tree AP was designed to blend hunters with their surroundings, not hide them when it's time to work.
I'm so hidden, the scooters can't even find me.
Okay, Daryl, come on. We got to get this stuff planted.
What's that? Hey, stop it.
Real Tree. It's so real, a coyote might pee on it.
Serves you right, you slacker.
The grill might be in storage, but that's what campfires are for. And the backyard party is on hiatus, but that's because everyone is tailgating. Only the seasons change, tastes don't, and when you've got Bud Light Lime, you don't need summer to have a good time. It's the superior drinkability of Bud Light with a splash of 100% natural lime flavor. Look for a Bud Light Lime and find your summer state of mind anytime. It's in the lime. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Lime flavored beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
What in the world is that noise?
Sounds like the transmission's about to come out of my truck.
Transmission? Sounds like Alien versus Predator under there. Let's get it to Ronnie at Eagle Auto Repair.
Ronnie, I got a problem.
Problem? It sounded like Superman fighting the Incredible Hulk.
No, it was worse than that.
Come on, man. This is for real. I ain't got the money to be fixing no big problem.
Chill out, dude. You're at Eagle Auto Repair. We'll fix it right and as inexpensive as we can. We only use quality parts, and my guys are some of the best trained technicians in town.
Yeah, but can they stop a fight between Godzilla and King Kong? Because I'm betting that's what they're going to find under there.
Eagle Auto Repair.
321 Lakes Boulevard, Lake Park, Georgia.
Jones Welding and Industrial Supply has been serving South Georgia and North Florida for over 3 decades. With 9 locations in the South, Jones Welding and Industrial Supply is a full-line distributor for all welding and industrial supplies. The Jones mission is to provide quality products at a competitive price in order to supply the best service available. Jones Welding and Industrial Supply has built a reputation for good, honest, old-fashioned service. For a location near you, visit www.joneswelding.com. Jones Welding and Industrial Supply is a proud supporter of the Good Outdoors. It's that time of year. People everywhere will be scrambling to find somebody to take taxes. Fast Tax and Bookkeeping at 1407 West Hill Avenue, Suite Q has a quick turnaround time and the knowledge to prepare your taxes properly, making sure you are getting what's due. With $25 1040 EZ filings, electronic refunds in a flash, military and college student discounts, and fast and friendly service, drop by and see Lisa Griffiths and the gang at 1407 West Hill Avenue, Suite Q, or give them a call at 229-253-01 8181 to schedule an appointment.
So you need a car, truck, or SUV? Look no further than Midway Auto Emporium at 4189 Bemis Road, Valdosta, Georgia. Cameron and Melissa Tucker has been serving the Valdosta area for over 7 years now. They are a family-owned and operated local business with hometown values and still believe in handshake deals. With a great selection of used cars, trucks, and SUVs, with a Carfax report on every one of them, along with bank financing at all credit levels and interest rates as low as 1.85% with approved credit. 4189 Bemis Road, or visit their website at midwayautoemporium.com.
You're listening to The Good Outdoors with Steve, Daryl, and Ronnie on 99.5 Kicks Country. Now, let's get back to the fun.
Welcome back to the Good Outdoors. Yeah, we're without Steve this morning. He's a little under the weather. Got him a toothache this morning, so he said he wasn't going to come in as long as me and Ronnie had it. And I said, yeah, me and Ronnie's got it because Ronnie's back and feeling better.
I'm feeling mo better.
Hey, man, I tell you, you know, me and Matt went out this weekend again over to Brooks County to his hunting club and had his dad with us. You know, he wanted to go, and so I went and called for him again. And the part I love is going to call for people like that. They've never killed a turkey, never turkey hunted before until this year, so they're getting into it. And we had a few gobbling on the roost, but we didn't really, you know, there wasn't really any we could get set up on right away. So I decided we're just going to go on down here to our kind of one of our normal spots and try to set up and sit there and call for a little while. Well, we got pretty close to it. And I said, well, let me see if there's any turkeys around this curve down in this bottom before I, you know, try anything, before we move any further. So I scratched my call a little bit, and man, one of them, a turkey gobbled. He couldn't have been no more than about 75 yards from us. He was on top of us, but he was down the hill down there. There's no way he could see us, hadn't heard us or anything. So I dropped the decoys. I said, y'all, we got to set up. We got to get down, because he was on top of us. And we jumped and kind of jumped in a ditch there, and they set up on two trees right there. Just the worst setup you could possibly imagine, you know, because we were caught. You know, we were busted right there. We couldn't do much. I was in an excellent spot because I was laid down in a ditch, and I was kind of overlooking it. But you got to imagine this hill right up there, about 15 yards in front of us, just takes a drastic drop down to a bottom. Which, Ronnie, you've seen it. You know where it was.
Yeah.
And anyway, when we got set up right there, I scratched the call a little bit, and he gobbled, and I swear he must have run to us when I scratched just a little bit the first time, because he was on top of us. He was about to crest the hill, and I had Matt on my right and Howard right there on my left. Well, I look over, and Howard looks like he's landing an airplane.
I'm sure you're listening this morning, Howard.
No, his glasses had fogged up and had under his face mask, and he was trying to, you know, he wanted to see. He was trying to get his glasses where he could see, and he was moving around too much, and we were worst setup in the world. I mean, I take complete responsibility for it because we were caught and we were busted. This turkey hadn't gobbled before then, so we didn't know it was in the world. And he come running in, you know, it was just one of them things. And I guess when he crested that hill, Matt saw his head. I guess when he crested that hill, since we were worst set up in the world again, like I said, it was totally my fault. He probably saw Howard moving, or probably saw Matt moving, because Matt had to shift some when he seen where the turkey was coming. And he gobbled, and he was just, like I said, he was on top of us, and you could feel him gobble. And he probably saw us move, or he come up there and smelled a rat and couldn't see no hens and didn't hear no hens anymore, and wondering what was going on. But he was behind the only thick stuff in that place was right in front of us, because, like I said, I set us up in the wrong spot. Just didn't have no choice. So we missed out on that one.
Well, how did you wind up getting set up in the wrong spot? Did you call and he gobbled back and he's right on top of him? You had to set up quick, fast, and in a hurry and all that?
Yeah, I had to drop. I dropped the decoys. I didn't even set them up. I had to drop them.
Well, then you can't take the blame for that. You just kind of caught the spot and did what you had to do. So.
It's one of them things. And Matt seen his head and said, I see him. And I said, we, tried to get him to shoot, but it was one of them things where he seen him just for a split second. He got behind that thick stuff, and he just left. We didn't hear him anymore. So we were kind of disappointed. So we walked on around, on around a little ways and set up in this bottom beautiful area. Right? So we're just going to set up here and call, guys. There was turkeys gobbling all around us, but somewhere across the river, and a lot of them were a long ways off. I said, we're just going to set up here and call, because I know they're going to come through here shortly. It won't be too long. So we were sitting there, and I put the decoys down there in front of us on down the bottom a little ways, and we were kind of halfway up the hill there and had, real good setup then. Had them in different places and just perfect scenario. So we're sitting there calling, and Matt's kind of facing towards me, and here I am without a gun. I'm calling for them. And Howard's sitting over there. He's looking in the perfect perfect spot. Matt, he's kind of looking kind of off to my right and down to his left, a place his dad wasn't covering, and I'm just sitting there calling. What in the world was that?
Wow.
Nice one.
That scared me to death.
Well,
Wake you up.
Almost.
Well, lo and behold, Matt says, Daryl, there's 2 turkeys. Be still, be still. And I kind of ease my head around and look, and there's 2 jakes coming up behind me about 40 yards. The place I wasn't expecting them to come.
Behind you.
Yeah. And I'm in a bad spot when they coming up behind me like that. Where I'm sitting at, is just a bad spot. They're going to see me. Well, anyway, the turkeys were way down in the decoys were way down in front of us, so they couldn't even see the decoys. And Matt said, which one? I said, the closest one. I said, whichever one goes out first. You want to go ahead and shoot you a Jake. Well, they get up there about 20 yards from me. They don't see me because I'm still, but they don't see the hens. They don't see the decoys. They don't know what's in the world. And they start, getting a little alarm there, and they know something's up. They just don't know what because they hadn't came far enough to see the decoys. And I'm trying to get them to come a little closer and a little closer, and I'm trying to get Matt to shoot, and Matt can't shoot. I've got the perfect opening. I mean, they're 20 yards from me standing in the wide open. Nothing in my way with no gun. I could have shot him with a slingshot. And Matt, I said, shoot, Matt, shoot. He said, I can't, dadgummit, I can't. So they said, oh, heck with this. We don't see no hens down there. We don't know what's going on. They putting and alarmed a little bit, so they kind of mosey on around behind us there and get away from us. So that's 2, that we messed up on Saturday morning. But we had a lot of birds gobbling. They were up and down the river gobbling. And we went and set up in another place. We had some birds that they were gobbling a lot. So we went on around later in the morning after we left the jakes, set up in another spot as close as I could get without spooking these birds, and these birds would gobble their fool head off. They were sitting on the roost still an hour and 15 minutes after daylight, gobbling their heads off.
Wonder why.
Calling a hen to the tree. That's all they were doing. That's exactly what they were doing. I call and I'd call and I'd call, and we were, still a good ways from them, but we were just in a spot I couldn't get to them. Finally, they shut up. And when they shut up, I know exactly what happened. There was 2 different birds in there. They sat there and gobbled until a hen came to them. And then they flew down with that hen. They shut up. They didn't gobble again. None. And we tried and we tried. We messed around. We walked and we went in different places looking, trying to strike a bird, and we just couldn't get nothing. The birds are henned up over there. There's so many hens there. They stay henned up. And I think it's going to make for a great late season hunt over there. I think, once these birds get all these hens bred and they'll start breaking off of them a little bit, these hens will start going to nest, they'll be looking. So we're going to keep after it. I'm not giving up, and keep telling Matt, I said, I know it's discouraging to you. I said, we had some close calls Saturday. And we went back out there yesterday morning. I said, I told Matt Saturday, I said, we're liable to come out here tomorrow now, and there's not going to be any gobbling. I said, you can't never tell. We might come in the woods and be on fire. You never know, because, last weekend there was no gobbling. So we went out yesterday morning, and we had about 3 birds gobbling, but they were across the river. And we heard 1 or 2 of them get killed. I know for a fact somebody killed one.
Or got killed at.
I believe, Jerry Parrott killed one yesterday. I saw on Facebook.
Yeah, I saw that too. That's 3, so you can sleep in a little bit now.
I bet you I heard him shoot yesterday morning. I guarantee you that one bird I heard. And I heard a bird fly down and all. So we fought and fought with it yesterday. The birds, they quit gobbling right after daylight. Fly down time, they shut up. The woods were silent. Nothing at all. So we worked, looked around, went different places. We came back. We originally set up where we got busted at Saturday morning. So we originally set up there, and we just sat there and called, and nothing. I said, they're going to be here. I said, but Matt's getting a little antsy. He said, we're going to go around. We're going to try to find somewhere else. So later in the morning, I said, Matt, let's go back where we originally set up. Let's get down that bottom. Let's walk in their waves, and let's try to strike a bird. We got close to the bottom, and I called a little bit, trying to make sure wasn't no birds down that bottom. Didn't hear a thing in the world. Took 5 steps into the woods, and the woods exploded. A hen took off, flew over the slough, and a gobbler went running up the hill on the left. I said, you can't win for losing, man. What in the world? I said, man, he wasn't saying nothing. He was silent.
Somebody's got some bad karma going on or something.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I'm telling you, I'm struggling here, but we're having some encounters. So
it's all going to fall into place directly.
Yep, it is. It's going to fall into place. We're having some encounters. We're getting better. I know the turkeys are there. There's no doubt. The hens are there. There's no doubt the gobblers are there. They're just being quiet. they're still being quiet. And I've look all over Facebook. People's got all these turkeys. You know, we got gobbling their heads off. You know, we're calling them in. They're killing them left and right. And here I am struggling. You know, so it's getting fun. It's getting interesting, but it's getting very personal at the same time.
Yeah.
So I'm going to stick with it. I'm going to learn these birds at this place this year, because next year, if it happens like I think it's going to this year, I think it's going to be a better late season over there. Next year, I'm not going at the start of the season there. I'm going to somewhere else. I'm learning. Man, I had a good time, though, man. We found small shed deer horn that the rodents hadn't found yet, the squirrels and stuff. So, or Matt's dad actually found it, and a little small one. It was funny. We saw some deer. We saw some turkeys. We went across the road yesterday morning and run across a couple of deer over there, and then run across a gobbler with a hen that a crow was giving the devil, son. We pulled up in the clear cut at the edge of the woods, and there was a crow just swooping down. I looked, and I knew what he was doing. There was two turkeys just hightailing it through the clear cut, and that crow was on them like stink on you know what. But it was funny. Hey, raise your eyes. I'm not going to say it.
That scared me.
But we had a good time. Great time to be outdoors. I come home yesterday, and we got on a golf cart yesterday, as you know, Ronnie. We come by your house, and we just went and messed and played and rode around and just had a big time. Just great day to be outdoors. Can't say enough about the weekend, y'all. Beautiful. Just had a fun time.
Did you watch any of the race yesterday?
I watched a little bit of it until my satellite messed up.
Oh, that's right. Your satellite went out yesterday.
Stayed off the whole time.
Well, in case nobody expected it, Jimmy Johnson's back on top of the point standing again.
Yeah, well.
That is 2 wins for the season.
Yeah. Well, maybe that'll be it.
Maybe so. I did get to watch some of it. And what I watched, it was pretty interesting racing. There was some racing going on yesterday. And
good old short tracks.
A little bit of trading paint after the race.
Yeah, what was that about? I didn't get to see that. What was all that about?
I'm pretty sure Brian Vickers got on Kevin Harvick's nerves, and you don't get on Kevin Harvick's nerves.
Not get away with it.
Danica was involved with that too.
Danica was involved.
Danica was a little tick too, and you know what? I got a couple words for you, Brian Vickers. You might be fixing to find out what it's like to finish a race on the roof instead of on the tires.
Danica was involved in several. We'll talk about that when we come back here on the Good Outdoors. Thanks for listening.
There's only one place in Valdosta if you want the freshest seafood in town. It's Bubba Jack's Crab Shack at 1700 West Hill Avenue. They got wild Georgia shrimp cooked about any way you could want it. Fried, peel and eat, grilled, or buffalo style. They got a Wednesday night oyster special at $7.99 a dozen, and that ain't no mistake. $7.99 a dozen, Wednesday night only. Bring the kids with you, and if they don't eat seafood, get them some chicken tender baskets or hamburger hot dog. And do not forget to try the fresh cut, hand-dipped onion rings at Bubba Jack's Crab Shack, 1700 West Hill Avenue, Valdosta. Val Optics on Patterson Street in Valdosta, Georgia has been providing 1-hour service for 25 years. From eyeglass repair to eye exams conducted by one of 2 on-site optometrists, Val Optics is there for all of your eyesight concerns. There is no need for an appointment, and most insurances are accepted. Val Optics also accepts outside prescriptions. So if you need eyeglass repair or an eye exam, stop by Val Optics at 601 North Patterson Street, Valdosta, Georgia. 25 years in business says it all. Service. It's a very simple word, but you'd think it's French. At Deep South Sanitation, our service will never be questioned. We are there when we say we'll be there. If there's a couple extra bags by the can, we pick it up. Deep South Sanitation don't care if the lid won't close. All the more reason to dump it. If you're elderly or disabled, the Deep South Sanitation team will get your can, dump it, and put it back. If trash blew out, we don't leave it, we pick it up. Keep the money you pay for sanitation services local by supporting Deep South Sanitation, a locally owned business. Call Carrie Scarborough today at Deep South Sanitation, 229-559-0200.
Moss Trim Shop is Valdosta's oldest automotive upholstery shop. From automotive to marine upholstery to convertible and vinyl top, Moss Trim Shop can cover all your sewing needs. Locally owned and operated by Bobby Brantley, Moss Trim Shop become Valdosta's oldest and best in the upholstery business by being a dependable, service-oriented, and on time with your project. So if you have an automotive or marine upholstery need, stop by Moss Trim Shop at 733 East Hill Avenue or give them a call at 229-242-8544.
you do it, son.
Hey, Ronnie, you know how much people love Austin's Cattle Company?
How much do they love Austin's?
More than Charlie Daniels loves shredding a fiddle.
That's right. Everybody loves Austin's freshly hand-cut steaks. These award-winning steaks are cooked to perfection and served sizzling hot. Austin's Cattle Company was voted best steak, best hamburger, and best sports bar in Valdosta by you. So when you get a hankering for a hot heaping helping of our delicious baby back ribs, shrimp, chicken, prime rib, seafood, or world-famous steaks, head on down to exit 16 off I-75. Austin's. It's an addiction you never have to quit.
Austin, an addiction that you never have to quit.
It's the Good Outdoors on 99.5 Kicks Country. Now, let's get back to the fun, talking about everything to do with the outdoors with Steve, Daryl, and Ronnie.
Good morning. Welcome back to the Good Outdoors radio show. Man, I had a text just went during the break just in from an old friend, Stephen Jolly. Said good morning. I guess he's a listener out there in the Good Outdoors world. Good morning, Steve. Welcome aboard. Thanks for listening, man. It's been a long time. I talked to him here a while back. We got a call this morning. Let's take it. Good morning, caller. You're on the Good Outdoors.
Good morning. I was thinking.
What did we do wrong?
Well, I was going home and there's a fire break. I don't do a whole lot of tree hunting. You might have to tell me what they do. There was two long beards out there, looked like they were dancing. They had the feathers all feathered up like two old Indian cheese at the fight. I just wonder what they were up to.
You mean were they all blown up? Did they have
They were still gone, both of them. They were all bowed up at each other, had the feathers all out. It's two big old long beards.
Well, they could have been fighting, but if they were fanned out and
fanned out.
yeah, they were strutting is what they were doing. There was probably a hen right there close
Must
by.
be some hen around there somewhere. They said, I thought about you. I said, that's joking. Each other would like to see his balls on them. Said,
Man, I would love to have seen it. They get out there strutting like that, and that's the prettiest sight. It's the prettiest sight to me in the outdoors, man. Especially if you get one out in the field or an open area like that. Man, it's beautiful to watch them get out there and strut in front of them hens.
He was pretty. There's no doubt about it. They big old long too. They big old turkey.
Good deal, man. I'd like to see that just one time this year.
And where was this at?
Within gun range anyway, huh?
Exactly right.
Listen, I got a outdoor joke I want to tell you.
All right.
Like the old preacher who's done that in the backyard watching the kids on the playground. Little boy walking by, had a little wagon pulling, and this back wheel just folded up. Little boy said, "I'll be damned." He said, "Oh, no, son. If you can't do that, don't say that." He said, little boy's head dropped down and said, "Yes." He said, "Next time that something like that happens, say, praise the Lord." He said, "Yes, sir." About 2 days later, little boy walking down through pulling the wagon, back wheel fell down. Praise the Lord. Preacher sitting there watching it. The two wheels just sit right back up. Preacher says, "I'll be damned."
That's a pretty good one.
That's good. Y'all have a good day.
I appreciate it, man. That's pretty good. Preacher said, "Well, it works."
I'll be John Brown.
That's pretty interesting. But yeah, now he saw a sight to behold. Now, to me, in the turkey woods, 2 turkeys blown up like that, fanned out. Man, that is just a beautiful sight.
They just showing out for the girls.
That's all they doing. They just, hey, look at me, how pretty I am. You know, just like me, I get all blowed up. Well, I stay blowed up.
Yeah, that's
pretty
what I'm
big.
saying.
I'm pretty big, but
if you get much more blowed up, something's gonna give.
You gotta give, ain't it?
Something got to give.
We were talking before we went to break here about some NASCAR stuff, and I pulled up a video and we'll try to watch on Harvick and Vickers. They traded some paint.
Yeah, they did.
Well, you know, Daryl Sample was telling us that, and maybe you, was Danica Patrick was involved. I saw Danica Patrick involved in several on-track incidents
She's
yesterday.
tired of being pushed around, boys.
Yeah.
Oh, she's only going to take so much.
She, like we said, she's trying to figure out that she's got 4 fenders on this thing and she can use them. She's not used to those fenders.
That's right. And she used a couple yesterday. She tried to dive down in front of somebody, or up under some, not in front, up under somebody, and I think they cut her off or something and kind of hit the back wheel of them and didn't cut their tire, but it was Kyle Busch. I think it was one time that I saw, and the other time was Bobby Labonte. I think she kind of got involved with him.
She don't need to be beating on Kyle very much because he'll retaliate.
Yeah. But old Brian Vickers, he shoved Danica out of the way, and then here come Harvick up under them, and I guess Harvick didn't like me. Oh, I see what it was. Harvick spun him out because he come down on him.
Yep.
Pretty good. Old Harvick don't take no crap either.
Nope.
Yes, man. He'll get you out the way if you get in his way. And Brian dove down in front of him like that. And then after the race, they kind of had some altercations. So good things.
Stuff.
Yes, good stuff.
Oh, there was another interesting one that it really didn't make news, but they had talked about it during the race. At one time, Kurt Busch came back out on the track. He was like 20 laps down, and he held up Joey Logano for a while and let everybody else pass.
That's okay. I don't mind that at all.
A little bit of blocking.
Mm-hmm. Oh, man.
Tell you what, he had a hot ride there for a few moments yesterday, too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he did. And, Dale Jr. spun out early or gotten involved in an altercation early in the race and come back. And last I saw it, former Satellite went out. He was, running around 12th or something like that, where he's spending most of his time. I looked yesterday and he finished 24th, I think.
Yeah, well, he's back to his old self.
He's third.
No, there was another Brian Vickers incident. He actually ran into Danica, which ran into Junior and put him in the wall.
Well, he's
Junior always seems to be in the wrong place at the wrong time.
He does.
Yeah, he was yesterday.
Yep.
And he's like third in points now, 12 behind Keselowski, which is in second, and Jimmy Johnson is leading by 6 points. It's early in the season.
Surprise.
Early in the season. And
changed Dale Jr.'s name to Harvey Wallbanger.
Oh, and then on something else for all the Hamlin fans, he does have a chance to still make the chase this year.
Oh yeah, of course. There's a
well,
chance.
if not, if he could tell Mark Martin how to do it.
You know what? There's a chance. There's a possibility you can do anything. It's possible for me to bend my head over between my legs and stick it up my butt, but it's not likely to happen. Just like Denny Hamlin.
No, he can do it. The
It's
thing
not
is,
likely.
though, he forgot about the
that's
wild
a heck
card
of an
position.
analogy.
It's possible. Anything's possible, y'all.
All he's got to do is come back
it's
and
just
win a
not
couple.
Too dadgum likely.
And he
I
gets one
thought
of the
that
wild
was fairly
card spots.
probable because it stays there most of the time anyway.
Oh man! Hey, I want to tell y'all about this. It's dogs are used in a lot of good ways. Okay,
Yes.
Now they have detector dogs to sniff out smuggled wildlife. The U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service has a message for would-be wildlife traffickers. There's a new dog in town. If you try to bring illegal wildlife parts into the country, there's a good chance he's going to smell it. And there's more than one of them. This is pretty neat, though. The
illegal wildlife parts.
Yeah, like tusks from elephants and things like that.
Right.
I mean, there's a huge market for illegal wildlife stuff. That brought in from other companies, other countries. But it's just unreal what they do. And they have these dogs now that they search for this. There's 4 of them, 4 retrievers. And they've been trained as part of a national effort to stem the growing trade in threatened animal parts such as elephant, ivory, and rhino horns. So it's a good thing. They train these dogs well to sniff this out, and they've tracked the use of dogs in law enforcement isn't new. Dogs are already used to detect illegal fruits and food products, bombs, and drugs. Some have even been trained to track down pythons that are invading Florida's Everglades.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, but trained dogs to find smuggled wildlife product was the next step. So they're training them out there. They're letting them sniff these packages and they're training. You know what? The 4 graduating dogs and their service wildlife inspector handlers completed a 13-week training course at the U.S. Department of Agriculture's National Detector Dog Training Center in Noonan, Georgia.
Noonan.
Yes, sir. Half an hour southwest of Atlanta, and they're doing good things. I mean, this is something that I support because I don't want any ivory from an elephant. We don't, I don't need that. It doesn't need to be brought in here. Elephants are rare enough. You can go over and kill some legally. Don't smuggle the parts back in the United States. Really? Have replicas made.
I don't like a poacher, period. I don't
either. I don't care nothing about them. But it just goes to show you, there's a lot of things in the outdoors that's going on that are good. They're using dogs to try to catch bad people.
I wonder what everybody out there did this weekend.
Maybe they'll give us a call and tell us this one guy watched some turkeys.
Yep. You give us a call at 229. You ready?
Yeah. 229-253-0995. And for those of you that didn't know that, Ronnie did not forget the number. He just wanted me to finish it.
That's right.
229-253-0995. Give us a call. Tell us what you did in the good outdoors this weekend, because I know you didn't just sit in the house. You couldn't have sat in the house. You had to get outside and enjoy the beautiful South Georgia weather that we had.
Man, if you sat inside all weekend, this weekend,
something's wrong with you.
Yeah, you need to either be sick or you are sick. Something ain't right with you now.
Something's wrong.
What if you were just having to work and you had to be inside all day?
Well, I mean, if you're
you're
able,
inside and you're working, well, more power to you. At least somebody's not sitting on the porch all day that I got to feed with my tax money.
Right.
So I appreciate you.
If you were able to get outside, you needed to get outside. Because I'm telling you, it was a beautiful weekend. I just can't say it enough. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what else. Saturday, I came home. Well, we got a call coming in. Let's see what they did. Good morning, caller. You're on the Good Outdoors.
Good morning to y'all.
How you doing?
Now, I called y'all a couple weeks ago. I'm Greg from Cairo. Told y'all I'd give y'all a fishing report from McPheeney.
Yes, sir.
Well, go to it.
Are you catching them?
Well, me and the wife got down there. I didn't check the tide schedule. We got there a little early, too low to put in. Didn't get in till 9. We had the boat back on the trailer at 1:15, limited out.
Oh, wow. Man, what were you catching?
Speckled trout.
Speckled trout, limited out.
Yeah, my son and friends of his were down there at the same time, and there was 4 of them. And time we got to them, they only had 10 in the boat when we were leaving, and they limited out later that afternoon, and they camped out and spent the night, and they almost limited out yesterday too.
Wow!
All right.
Good gracious.
So go on down there to the flats, have a good time.
Well, how was the how was the weather as far as the wind and stuff on the flats? Was it pretty good?
The wind was it was about 10 knots, but it wasn't too bad. Not at all.
Good deal, man. Hey, I appreciate you sharing that with us. And
all righty. Well,
man.
y'all have a great day.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
All right. Bye.
Yeah, I know several people that were going this weekend, man. Boats were out everywhere.
Yes.
All day long Saturday. Saturday morning when I got up to go, I actually went to the Waffle House to eat and by myself. Had a good time. But there were boats everywhere. Boats at the gas station, boats on the road, passing boats, boats passing me. People going fishing. People
they started getting those boats out now. We're selling trailer tires left and right. You can tell they've been sitting up all winter.
You got some dry rot on them?
Yeah, we got plenty of trailer tires to dig auto repair also in Lake Park. Just
you
want
go.
to throw that plug in there.
There you go. Get out there. But I guarantee you selling our.
We sell a bunch of tires anyway, but then now it's really hot time of year.
Good deal, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Hey, we're going to take another break, get back here on the Good Outdoors. Y'all give us a call after the break. Tell us what you did this weekend. 229-253-0995. Thanks for listening, everybody.
With over 40,000 machines in the field, the pro's choice is Dixie Chopper. Be a pro, buy a chopper. Built right here in America with one simple goal. Build a mower that cuts more grass and doesn't break when you use it. Be a pro, buy a chopper. With Chopper's price, performance, and reliability guarantee, make the smart choice. Be a pro, buy a chopper.
We're running out of time. We're drawing the line. This is our battle cry.
Huntin' is Good TV is an action-packed hunting show with a mission to secure our hunting heritage. Join Steve Nichols, Trey Weatherington, and Neil Armati each week as they hunt across the U.S. and Canada with pro athletes, actors, wounded warriors, kids, and regular old Joes who know hunting is good. Huntin' is Good TV airs on Pursuit Channel and is available on Dish Network Channel 240 and DirecTV Channel 604. For more info, visit huntingisgoodtv.com and follow on Facebook at facebook.com/HIG TV show. You can also use your high-speed internet connection to watch online by logging on to filmon.com at the airtimes posted on our website. And remember, hunting is good.
This is our battle cry.
Justamere Farm is a full boarding, training, and lessons facility conveniently located on Valdale Road in Hayhire. Justamere Farm offers a facility like no other in the area with many amenities to meet all your equine needs, whether it's riding, training, or boarding. If riding is your passion, Justamere has you covered with an indoor arena, a large lighted outdoor arena with an alleyway, a large jump course arena, a round pen for training, trails, and access to dirt roads. Private and shared lessons are available, so give Justamere Farms a call today at 229-460-2331.
So Dawson, is Dad still ill about you calling him out on his shooting ability?
I don't think so, but I have seen him on the range a lot more lately.
Dad always says practice makes perfect.
That's what he says, but I don't think it works for adults.
Why do you say that?
Well, from the look of the scorecard, it's making it worse.
Dawson, bring me some more shotgun shells.
Okay, Dad.
If you need some practice, come by Southwind Clays and Quail on the Quitman Highway just past the river headed towards Quitman. With a top-notch clubhouse, a 5-stand, sporting clays range, as well as a rifle and pistol range, Southwind has what you need to succeed. World-class quail hunting is also available with some of the finest bird dogs around.
Dad sure shoots a lot.
Yeah, if he keeps this up, Mom's gonna be mad.
Why is that?
Because he's spending all Mom's shopping money on shotgun shells.
It's the Good Outdoors on 99.5 Kicks Country. Now, let's get back to the fun, talking about everything to do with the outdoors with Steve, Daryl, and Ronnie.
Welcome back to the Good Outdoors. You know, the NCAA tournament's coming to a head. Louisville, Michigan, I believe they play tonight for the top seed in college basketball, so y'all stay tuned for that. But the other amazing part of this is the Louisville women are going to play University of Connecticut, I think, for the women's title. Also, I think that's tomorrow night. So both Louisville teams stand a chance to coming away, you know, the NCAA champions. That's pretty neat. Pretty good times, man. Pretty good times. Hey, give us a call, 229-253-0995. Let's hear what you did in the Good Outdoors this weekend, what you were a part of. I know a lot of people were out cleaning yards. I've seen a lot of posts on Facebook for where Jason Taylor, he put something up. He was out there cleaning his yard and had his daughter out there helping him. And that's another outdoor activity. I mean, you can't knock it.
No.
Excuse me.
Hey, you can make it fun, I guess.
Mm-hmm. I need to make it fun for somebody to come clean mine.
You know, we've been talking a lot about China lately. If you're planning an exotic vacation in China, you might want to keep your feet planted firmly on these local shores.
Really?
At least for now. A new strain of bird flu called the H7N9 virus has infected 14 people. They're killing 6 so far. And China actually just killed 20,000 birds in the wake of this new strain.
Really?
Trying to eliminate this thing, yes. All 14 infections have been in eastern China so far, with at least 4 dead in Shanghai. The virus has been responsive to a drug called Tamiflu. Though not all hope is lost. So,
China.
Why do a lot of things start in China?
I don't know. There's so many people over there, for one, I think. But
they've had the baby seals washing up, dying from this strain of flu.
Mm-hmm.
They've had all the hogs,
the pigs, the pigs
and fish.
Water. Yep. Golly, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with China over there, but you know, Shanghai. I actually have been there, and thank goodness I didn't bring the bird flu back with me.
Maybe
that I know of. I ain't been sick yet, and that's been several years. But I don't know, man. That's kind of strange what's going on. And then they're killing the birds, killed 20,000 birds.
20,000 birds so far, yeah.
What, they got snipers going out there with 22s? Probably not. That might be where all the 22 bullets are going to kill the birds in China.
There you go. We finally figured it out, y'all.
I wonder how they're actually killing the birds. I wonder what they're doing.
To let you know that.
That's pretty funny. I mean, I don't know if they're actually out there have snipers out there hunting the birds or what
I would
they're doing.
doubt that. There's got to be some other way here.
We'll have to figure that out.
I'm going to figure it out.
And the Senate nears gun debate. Background checks are pivotal, whatever. Anyway, I don't know what that means. Congress returns money from a 2-week spring recess with gun control and immigration high on the Senate's agenda. Okay, gun control, you know how I feel about that. Immigration, we can cover that a little bit. Illegal immigrants, I don't believe in giving them amnesty or anything. If they're illegal, put their butts out of the country.
Yep. Amen.
If they're legal immigrants, I have no problem with them. That's what America's all about. You know, America is the land of the free. If you come over here legally and you know you become a U.S. citizen, hey, I'm proud.
And you get out there, you get a job.
Yes, sir.
And you're a contributor.
Yes,
I don't
sir.
have a problem with you.
No problem. But if you're an illegal immigrant and you're coming over here and you're taking a job that a person here in the United States could use, I do not like that. Get out. Go away. Go home. Go back. You know, you can't come over here illegally and take our jobs. I mean, it's just, but America, he just lets them, you know. Oh, he's an illegal immigrant. Let's slap him on the wrist and let's don't send him home. Dude, I'm like, if you're illegal, take them and take them back to their country and drop them off. Whatever country it is, if they're illegal. Illegal is illegal. It's illegal for me to drink and drive. It's illegal for me to use any type of drug. Do you think they're just going to say, "Oh man, I'm sorry, you did something illegal"? No, they're going to prosecute me for it. But an illegal immigrant doesn't get prosecuted. It's wrong. It's just wrong. Did you find anything about the bird killing?
No, they're not telling me how they killed the things.
Get me off of this mess, man. But anyway, senators could start debating Democratic-written gun legislation before the week's end. So the leaders also might decide to give negotiators more time to seek a deal on expanding background checks for firearm buyers. There again, I'm not against a background check. I've said this 100 times already. I do not mind having a background check. We have background checks now. I support them 100%. Not against that. So, what's wrong with the system we have in place now for checking backgrounds in Georgia? I don't see anything wrong with it.
No,
I don't. So I'm
fine with it.
I just think they need to enforce the laws they have now, and that's what the NRA says. NRA says the same thing: is enforce what we have now. NRA says also it's time to protect your children, and I agree with that. We got to protect our children. We got to protect everybody. We need to protect everybody, and gun laws, gun restrictions is not the way to do it.
No.
Is not the way to do it. The Good Outdoors Facebook page, y'all get on there and give us a like and look at some of the pictures and things we posted on here and different. I'm trying to get it pulled up here because somebody's posted something. I'm trying to get it pulled up and I can't. Bubba Carden, he chimed in and said, "Good morning. Y'all need to tighten up, Ronnie. I need some wiring done on a 1949 Ford Truce. Do y'all do wiring down there at Eagle Auto?"
No.
Bubba, I think you ought to look, dude. Wiring. And I'm an electrician, but I'm not a DC car electrician, dude, so I can't help you either. Demery Godwin, good morning, buddy. How you doing? He's got 4 days to work, and this is his weekend. I don't know if I'm starting to like this Demery character very much. He gets to be off on Fridays.
Yeah, he's off too much, isn't he?
He is. Hell, he deserves it. I'm sure he works hard, man. Good morning to both of y'all. Chad Everett, I'm sure you're going to chime in here soon when you wake up. And I also posted we put this picture from Richard Peterson with his bass up there, but Dale Cribb also, he went to Alabama, Clay County, Alabama this weekend, shot him a long beard. So he sent us a picture. I put it up there, man. I like that. And thanks for all the pictures and all the interaction that we have. Daryl Sample, he posted a little something on here about our link this morning so you can listen live. We had a truck driver last week, I think it was. He called in wanting to know how to listen live. We had to tell him, and I think I screwed that one all up. Trying to tell him.
No, you didn't.
John Darlin, he posted the 3 locked up bucks. And wasn't this in Ohio, I believe? I think this was in Ohio. Yep, it was in Mays County, Ohio. And there were 3 bucks that were locked up and found dead in a creek from being locked up and couldn't. It's unusual to find 3. It's just crazy. I mean, I've heard of 2. I've never seen 2 locked up in person. I've seen many, many pictures of them, and these are some really nice bucks. I think the biggest one was let's see. Now all total, they more than 400 inches of bone. The 11-pointer Green scored 168. The 10-pointer grossed 138, and the 7-pointer was about 120 inches. All 3 of them were respectable deer.
Yeah,
and.
Yeah.
You just don't see that. 3 of them locked up. Now, there must have been a hot doe around there.
Must have been.
They had to be fighting over a woman. Always a woman involved when there's some fighting going on with a bunch of men.
Seems to be, doesn't it?
Always. Oh, man.
On your Chinese birds, it just said they slaughtered 20,000 birds at a poultry market. So it's in Shanghai on Friday, the death toll. So.
Okay. So they're going around the chickens.
Yep.
They cut, and that's where they think chickens are bad birds. I'm
gonna eat me.
I like chicken. I know we got some good friends out there that haul them, but it seems to be chicken carry around some diseases, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
And especially in China, but maybe not in the United States.
So they slaughtered them. They didn't say how. No, in China they went in there with machetes to cut their heads off. You know how humane they are.
Yeah, and North Korea's in the news all weekend long again.
Yeah.
And I just don't know what's going on with this guy over here. This cat, he's funny now. He just thinks I guess he's young, new leader over there. He wants to make a name for himself.
He's fixing to.
China
It
could
sounds like he's going to have a short career.
China. Speaking of China, though, they could go over there and say, "Hey, man, you need to shut up," and he would. You know, they could really squeeze on him if they wanted to. I don't understand why. Maybe we can get the Chinese ambassador on the line. We can find out why they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing over in China. I don't know. I doubt it.
I think China's going to flex their muscles a little bit here and show them what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
So,
you know, I want to talk a little bit about camping this morning, guys, because this is the time of a year that people love to get out and start camping.
Mm-hmm.
And I know Ricky Stone, I believe it is, on Facebook, he's got a camping trip down the Alapaha River. I think they go for about 2 or 3 days.
Yeah,
and a bunch
fun.
of people float down the river together. I guess they fish a little bit as they go, and they stop and they camp and cook and have a good time. I've been kind of following that. It's coming up in about 2 or 3 weeks that they take their annual trip. And if I'm not mistaken, it's the 13th year of that they're doing this. It's several years long. And seems like they have a good time. I've looked back at some pictures they have with it, man. Looks like a really, really good time for them. But this is
hey, if one of y'all's got room in a boat, call us.
That's right. But this is the time of year to go camping. You got a lot of places around there. Swanee River Campground. You got the big Swanee River Music Festival that's coming up down there. Great camping at the Swanee River Park. You got great camping anywhere you want to go around here. You got Reed Bingham State Park.
And even anywhere you got to go pay, it's cheap.
Yeah, it's really cheap. State parks.
Yeah.
You can carry your camper up there. You can carry your tent up there. But
you're a strong man.
What you mean?
I'd take all my stuff in the truck. I wouldn't carry all that.
I'm gonna take a truck.
Me too.
But I got a camping checklist here. It says, what kind of camper are you? And it kind of
I know what kind of camper you are.
Oh, I'm not.
Daryl Nichols. He is going to have an RV that has heating and air conditioning and a microwave and an oven and hopefully satellite TV and.
Now wait.
I don't too far with the satellite TV, didn't I?
No. You hit the satellite TV is about the only thing I did want. The heating and air I can do without. I don't really have to have that. But I am not a tent camper. I just am.
Why?
Not. Unless I carry a blow-up mattress.
Because it doesn't have heating and air conditioning in it.
Unless I have a blow-up mattress, I cannot sleep on the hard ground. I'm spoiled. I love a bed.
What is it about you? You can't sleep with something unless you can blow it up.
I wasn't going to go there, but since you did. Man, that wasn't even funny, right? I don't know why everybody in the radio world is laughing, because that ain't funny.
It always is, as long as it's not at my expense.
We'll be right back on the Good Outdoors.
Attention Outdoor Nation. Adel Outfitters, located at exit 39 on I-75 in Adel, Georgia, has over 18,000 square feet of outdoor unbelievability just waiting on you. Specializing in a wide range of outdoor supplies for everyone, including hunting, fishing, shooting, kayaking, camping, Little League, clothing, knives, boots, you name it, Adel Outfitters has it. They also have that personal one-on-one attention that you just might not be getting from some of the big boxes, and Adel Outfitters has a whole lot less overhead, so you'll be surprised at the deals. So come see us now at Adel Outfitters, exit 39, Adel, Georgia. Woo-wee! Sweet Tea Smokehouse on South Hutchinson Avenue, Adel, is the bomb. You ain't had good old South Georgia barbecue if you ain't been to Sweet Tea Smokehouse. Ribs, chicken, pork, beef, good grief, this is some fine eating. And it ain't called Sweet Teas for nothing. Ice cold sweet tea and good old barbecue plate with all the trimmings is what living in the South is all about. Head up Highway 41 north towards Adel. Swing into Sweet Tea Smokehouse for lunch or dinner. Great southern barbecue like it's supposed to be. And don't forget some of that fine Brunswick stew. Woo-wee!
Hi, I'm Barry Broom with Allstate Insurance Company. I'm a big fan of the great outdoors. There are many recreational activities that allow us to enjoy God's creation. There's boating, camping, hunting, hiking, fishing. Think about all the gear, equipment, and vehicles that we have that make those times outdoors so memorable. When it comes to protecting and insuring your firearms, your boat, RV, camper, four-wheeler, even your golf cart, think of me, Barry Broom, your Allstate agent. Call me at 229-244-9856 or visit me online at barrybroom.com. Go make a memory. Enjoy your great outdoors.
The grill might be in storage, but that's what campfires are for. And the backyard party is on hiatus, but that's because everyone is tailgating. Only the seasons change, tastes don't. And when you've got Bud Light Lime, you don't need summer to have a good time. It's the superior drinkability of Bud Light with a splash of 100% natural lime flavor. Look for a Bud Light Lime and find your summer state of mind anytime. It's in the lime. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Lime flavored beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Brigman and Brigman Cabinets in Hayhira, Georgia specializes in custom-built cabinets. You can come in and sit down with our staff and start from scratch to develop the perfect cabinet layout, or bring in your plans and start there. From design to installation, Brigman and Brigman can help you every step of the way. Estimates are always free, and your satisfaction is our goal. Whether it's a remodel, a spec house, or your custom-built dream home, give Brigman and Brigman Cabinets in Hayhira a call at 229-794-2108 to set up an appointment. Crystal River Seafood on St. Augustine Road in Valdosta is a fine seafood dining experience. Folks from miles around come in to enjoy the fine seafood and friendly atmosphere Crystal River has to offer. Their friendly staff makes your dining experience one to remember, as well as one to repeat. Fish like grouper, salmon, mahi, catfish are always great choices, along with shrimp, oysters, crab cakes, and crab legs. Hey, you not in the mood for seafood? Order a juicy ribeye steak. Crystal River Seafood is open for lunch and dinner. Crystal River Seafood, 958 St. Augustine Road, Valdosta, Georgia.
WKAA Willacoochee, Valdosta. Thanks for making us number one.
99.5 plays the best country music.
99.5
Kicks Country. It's the Good Outdoors on 99.5 Kicks Country. Now, let's get back to the fun, talking about everything to do with the outdoors with Steve, Daryl, and Ronnie.
Welcome back to the Good Outdoors. We were talking about camping and blow-up mattresses before we went to the break. But no, that's we got a call coming in. Let's take it this morning. Good morning, caller. You're on the Good Outdoors.
This is Ricky. How y'all doing?
Hey, good, man.
Good.
Y'all ready to go on the river trip?
We're getting ready to. I guarantee y'all fired up about it, ain't you?
Man, I'm telling you what, we've been doing it for about 30 years.
30 years.
Really?
It's a long time. Oh, yeah.
Good.
These river trips, I don't even remember going on, but that was back in the day, you know. we don't play like that anymore.
I hear you, man. Where do y'all start this out at?
We started over there in Willacoochee, put in there at the bridge there at Willacoochee and float down to Berrien Beach, which is there on 168.
That's right. And how long does it take y'all to do that?
It's a good 18-hour float trip. You can run it with a boat motor in about an hour.
Oh, okay. But floating down, it takes you about 18 hours?
Take about 18 hours. We'll go about 3 hours on Friday evening, camp out, and then float all day Saturday, float and fish or whatever. Everybody does whatever they want to do, you know, but...
y'all take tents along with you and everything, y'all pretty much know all the sandbars by now as long as y'all been doing it, the best places to go, don't you?
Well, think about Lapham River, it changes every year. It ain't never the same.
Exactly.
You better have to change all when you go.
Oh, man, that's pretty interesting. But you go, do y'all fish when you're going down here? Do y'all just float and fellowship, or what all do y'all do?
Yeah, we fish, float. Some of them drink, get drunk, whatever. You know, but
I want to be in that boat.
I don't want to be in that boat. But I done all that. I don't need no more of that. But yeah, I generally just fish. I don't even eat fish, but I'll fish all day, you know, and give them my fish because I don't eat no fish.
Yeah, I love to float down that thing, catch them big old red bellies.
Man, they some fish. We see gators, deer, turkeys. If it's out there, we see it. Some of the biggest turtles I ever seen in Lapham River.
Oh yeah, I grew up fishing the Lapham. Love it.
Well, how many people usually go with y'all on this trip?
It can be anywhere from 5 to 25. It's just according to who can get off that weekend or whatever they got going on. You know, it's just according.
And y'all put in on Fridays and go about 3 hours, you say, and then you camp and then you'll go along Saturday, and I guess y'all pull out here and there and eat, or just, you know, or gather up. Or...
We'll stop every now and then to eat, you know, take a bath or whatever, because there's some stinky folks, you know, by Saturday evening.
I guarantee you there will be.
You sit in a boat all day long. You need to get out 2 or 3 times, just stretch your legs, don't you?
That's right. That's right.
Man, I tell you, it sounds like a good time. Sounds like y'all been doing it quite a few years and got some good fellowship going on. And I've been watching it on Facebook here, you know, and looking at it. And when's this event coming up? When are y'all going to do it?
The 26th of April. We try to go around May 1st, but it's actually going to be 26th of April. We'll put in that Friday. I've took off for 26th and the whole weekend and then Monday to recuperate. When you get up in your late 40s,
You got to have that recuperation day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're not telling us anything. We're right there with you.
Yeah, that's right. Now, back in the day, you didn't need no recuperation day. You didn't even need a day for planning. You just got what you want to drink, and that's all it took.
Slung everything in a paper sack and took off.
That's right.
Well, I'm actually off that following Monday too, but I actually have to go to Ohio that weekend, so there's no way I can make it. I sure wish I could though. That'd be a fun trip.
Well, we'll be thinking about y'all boys on the river trip when I pop out that blow up mattress. Me and my little boy gets in there, And
you sound a lot like me. You probably carry a tent and you blow up mattress, don't you?
That's right.
Man,
but now I ain't like the other fella. I ain't got to have something to blow up to go to sleep with.
Well, I don't either usually, but
I was talking about Daryl. I wasn't talking about my personal habits.
Oh man! Hey, well, make sure you send us some pictures of this and call back, and tell us about how the trip went and everything y'all did, and just keep us informed if you don't mind, man.
Yeah, I will. Y'all keep an eye on the site there and try to keep pictures posted. I'm going to try to sneak out with the digital camera this year. I don't know how my bride's going to feel about that.
Does she go with you?
Oh, no. We don't invite no women to go.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes now they might be one or two show up, if we invite somebody and they don't know no different. But we try to keep it all boys, And what goes on the river stays on the river. You know what I mean?
Amen. I hear you, man. That's the best way to be.
You can't bring all that back with you.
Some things are better left in the good outdoors, aren't they?
That's right. There you go.
All right, buddy. We appreciate you giving us a holler this morning, and like I say, send us some pictures and keep us abreast of what's happening, man.
All right.
All right. Good talking to you.
All right, buddy.
Yeah, man. Sounds like a good time, don't it?
It does. I may have to try to make arrangements to go with them.
Hey, we got another call coming in. Good morning, outdoors.
Good morning, fellas.
What's up, Blake?
Not much.
Tell us about your camping. How do you like to camp? Do you like to go with a tent and just sleep on the ground, a cot, a blow-up mattress, a camper? What do you like to do?
Well, as far back as I can remember, we used to go open day of deer season, and generally it was just tent and sleeping bags.
Tent and sleeping bags. Yeah, that's some rough sleeping to me on the ground. I mean, you can make you a bed with some pine needles or something down there, but it sure gets. I don't like sleeping on the ground. Ronnie was talking about it a while ago. You have to go through all that temperature change and everything. If you sleep on the ground. So
I didn't say it was comfortable.
You just said you had to do it.
Hey, just did it.
But it was some good times back when you done it. When you were young, wasn't it?
Oh yeah. You got your grill and grill some steaks and sausage.
Man, ain't nothing wrong. Ain't nothing better than being able to be outside and grilling outdoors, and even if it's over just a fire, when you're out there camping like that, it's a good thing.
And if you take a big enough cooler, you can sleep anywhere.
Well, that's true. You can sleep on top of the cooler. That's right.
Put your tent in the back of the truck.
That's right. Or you can sleep in the truck.
Hey, that works.
Hey, man, we appreciate you giving us a call this morning. Stay safe out there, brother.
All right, talking about grilling when y'all coming.
Well, man, I tell you what, it's turkey season.
Well, a deep subject.
It's turkey season, man. I mean, that's all I can say. It's turkey season until about the middle of May, and then I'm pretty much available for about May, June, July. Yeah, until about the end of July. So we need to get together and cook. Get some one sauce out there. And have you tried the one sauce yet, Blake?
I have not.
Man, you got to get some of that. That's some good stuff. We're all in the studio here, but you got to get you some one sauce and give it a try because it's some good stuff.
I heard y'all talk about it. I want to try it.
Well, get up to T3 Outdoors. They got it right there, and or maybe chime in one morning. You might win some. We'll give some away again this week, maybe.
All right.
Hey, appreciate it, man. We'll talk to you soon.
All right, take care.
All right, buddy. Yeah, law enforcement, finest people in the world are protecting us every day. Just love to hear them chime in like that. But camping, man, I can't say enough about it. I guess you'd call me spoiled. I'm just not gonna sleep on the ground.
He's a princess.
I'm not gonna do it, dude. I don't mind getting in a tent. I'm like Ricky, he carries a blow up mattress with him. Just get that thing blown up, and I'll sleep right there with it. I don't mind anything else. I don't mind mosquitoes. I don't mind the temperature change. I don't mind any of it. because I can cool down at night, lay there, under the stars. It's a great thing. But, to go camping, there's a lot of work involved with it.
Yep.
It's not just a easy little thing to do. But take your kids camping. If you take them up like Reed Bingham, you can take a tent up there with a blow-up mattress, by the way, and get in one of the primitive campgrounds. You can build you a fire out there. You take your lanterns with you. You take your Coleman stoves with you. I mean, there's a lot of stuff you got to have. You can't just go up there and throw a tent up and expect it to go smooth.
No.
You got to eat.
Yeah, you got to eat.
So, what are some of the ways you like to cook when you're like camping, Ronnie? What would you do? I mean,
I'm going to take a Coleman stove with me. And I'm going to either make sure there's a grill there, or I'm going to take one with me. Mm-hmm. And after that, it's all pretty much. I can cook a 5-course meal with just that little bit of equipment.
That's right. But you can
breakfast.
Breakfast is
when
good.
you camping out, they ain't nothing like.
So you'd
breakfast.
have problems primitive camping if you really got out there and you had to carry what you can camp with, and that's it on your back.
No, I would have no problem with that because I would take me some MREs with me, and that's meals ready to eat.
That's right.
And I ain't talking about no sardines in the can either.
This one website I've got pulled up, it says a camping checklist, and it's kind of funny to me because what kind of camper are you? And evidently, this person here must be a lot worse than me about not wanting to rough it, because the list they have here is long.
But the thing is, you don't, with all the stuff we've got these days, you don't have to rough it.
No, you don't.
You can rough it to an extent, or you can go out there if you want to. If you want to take beef jerky and water and you live off that more power to you.
That's right.
That's just not my style.
But the one thing I'm not going to carry with me camping is a portable toilet.
No.
Because you got...
No. I like to do like the bears do.
That's what I'm getting to, though. This list these people's got on the internet right here. They got folding table and folding chairs. Really? Are you going to carry all that when you go camping?
No.
I'm going to carry some chairs. I'm going to carry a few chairs. If I'm going up to like Reed Bingham and I'm going up there with a tent or something, I'm going to carry a few chairs.
You really do need to make sure you do have a table so you've got somewhere to prep your food.
You got to have a little something. But, folding tables and folding outdoor furniture, stools, pillows, yes. Binoculars. I mean, really, I'm not going to carry binoculars. Not when I'm going camping. I mean, it's a good thing. You can carry it because, wildlife watching.
Yeah, you never know. You can get lost out there.
Binoculars aren't going to help you find your way, not in South Georgia.
No, they're not. And I'm not.
There's other uses for that binoculars business I see in.
Well, that's according to how close the other campsites are.
Now if there's someone in the air.
I remember one time, me and a good friend of mine, I'll cover this story after the break here, but we camped in the back of a truck down there at the fishing hole right on the edge of Florida. It was a fun time. We'll be back. We're going to talk a little bit about that and some more camping escapades that I've done over my lifetime. That's why I don't like to rough it anymore. But anyway, we'll be right back here on the Good Outdoors.
Service. It's a very simple word, but you'd think it's French. At Deep South Sanitation, our service will never be questioned. We are there when we say we'll be there. If there's a couple extra bags by the can, we pick it up. Deep South Sanitation don't care if the lid won't close. All the more reason to dump it. If you're elderly or disabled, the Deep South Sanitation team will get your can, dump it, and put it back. If trash blew out, we don't leave it, we pick it up. Keep the money you pay for sanitation services local by supporting Deep South Sanitation, a locally owned business. Call Carrie Scarborough today at Deep South Sanitation, 229-559-0200. It's that time of year. People everywhere will be scrambling to find somebody to take care of filing their taxes. Fast Tax and Bookkeeping at 1407 West Hill Avenue, Suite Q has a quick turnaround time and the knowledge to prepare your taxes properly, making sure you are getting what's due. With $25 1040 EZ filings, electronic refunds in a flash, military and college student discounts, and fast and friendly service, drop by and see Lisa Griffiths and the gang at 1407 West Hill Avenue, Suite Q, or give them a call at 229-253-0181 to schedule an appointment.
SWAT Graphics, located at 300 South Toombs Street, is the area's #1 graphic design service company. Specializing in graphic banners, stickers, signs, and design, SWAT Graphics can help from concept to completion. If you have a design idea for a company logo, SWAT Graphics can bring it to reality. Maybe you have a logo and just need it placed on a sign, sticker, or banner. Whatever the case, stop by SWAT Graphics at 300 South Toombs Street, Valdosta, or give them a call at 241-9185. SWAT Graphics, proud sponsor of the Good Outdoors.
Hey, this is Judd with T3 Outdoors. Did you know that T3 Outdoors buys, sells, trades, and consigns used guns? We need your used guns. T3 Outdoors has a huge selection of turkey gear, from mouth calls, box calls, decoys, and ammo. T3 also has $8.99 sweet fee. We also have new spring Under Armour, Guy Harvey, and AFCO shorts. T3 also carries knives, Yeti coolers, boots, Costa sunglasses, and more. T3 Outdoors is locally owned and operated on Perimeter Road next to Zacadoo's.
There's only one place in Valdosta if you want the freshest seafood in town. It's Bubba Jack's Crab Shack at 1700 West Hill Avenue. They got wild Georgia shrimp cooked about any way you could want it. Fried, peel and eat, grilled, or buffalo style. They got a Wednesday night oyster special at $7.99 a dozen, and that ain't no mistake. $7.99 a dozen, Wednesday night only. Bring the kids with you, and if they don't eat seafood, get them some chicken tender baskets or hamburger hot dog. And do not forget to try the fresh cut, hand-dipped onion rings at Bubba Jack's Crab Shack, 1700 West Hill Avenue, Valdosta.
Justamere Farm is a full boarding, training, and lesson facility conveniently located on Valdale Road in Hayhire. Justamere Farm offers a facility like no other in the area with many amenities to meet all your equine needs, whether it's riding, training, or boarding. If riding is your passion, Justamere has you covered with an indoor arena, a large lighted outdoor arena with an alleyway, a large jump course arena, a round pen for training, trails, and access to dirt roads. Private and shared lessons are available, so give Justamere Farms a call today at 229-460-2331.
You're listening to The Good Outdoors with Steve, Daryl, and Ronnie on 99.5 Kicks Country. Now, let's get back to the fun.
Welcome back to the Good Outdoors radio show. Nicholas Atkins chimed in and said he likes to eat KFC. It's great right out of the cooler.
It is. I love me some cold chicken.
Oh, yes. I've seen that a lot of times.
And like I've said it one day, the best thing in the world, if you're in the water or been in the water or you're on the water, nothing in the world tastes like fried chicken.
I agree. I sure do. I agree with you. Not one of the last ones, but I remember a few camping trips in my lifetime that stuck out. We went on a fishing escapade down in North Florida. It wasn't so far away we had to camp. We just wanted to camp. So we were going to stay actually in back of the pickup truck. We had some I don't know if it was foam, some kind of foam lined stuff that was, thick foam padding that we were going to lay down in there. And we had a tarp to go over the back of the truck. And we was at this fishing hole and we carried the boat. Of course, we, put the boat in the water and then we got our camping all ready. And we were going to fish all night long. Well, lo and behold, we didn't check the weather. And we just kind of went on a wing and a prayer. Didn't think nothing about the weather. It's summertime. It's supposed to be nice and pretty. Boom, boom, boom. Well, we got out there that afternoon. We got set up. We fished a little bit. We had our camping all set up. And we went to fishing and come on back up there. Started cooking and everything. And all of a sudden I said, you know what? I think I hear some thunder off in the distance. And the thunder off in the distance kept getting a little closer and a little closer. And the lightning started lighting up a little bit. And here we are, right there by a big old water hole with some trees around us. And all we have is a tarp over the back of the truck. Needless to say, just before it started flooding, we put everything but the boat in back of the truck, tied the tarp to the bed, across the bed of the truck, and we went home.
Yeah, that's what you need to do.
Went home, went back the next day in the rain that had decided to move in for the entire weekend and got the boat out of the water. But we still had a good time. Don't get me wrong, we still had fun. But when it comes, that's the part I don't like about being in a tent, about the rain. Yeah, I know your tent's not supposed to, you can waterproof it.
Yeah.
But how miserable are you huddled up in a tent when it's flooding rain?
Especially if you don't have any cards.
In a tent, a small, I say a tent, a small tent, is what I'm thinking. Huddled up with 2 or 3 people in a small tent, it's not fun.
Yeah, actually, you say that, but I do, the smaller the tent, that's what I prefer.
Really?
I do, because especially in the wintertime, because it holds the body heat in better.
I guess
You'll freeze yourself to death if you got 2 people in a great big tent.
I guess you're right. You're exactly right. But that's why I like a camper, because you got a place to sit down, play the cards with, and while it's raining outside, just like Country Goes Hunting this past year, we were over there, and of course we carried a motorhome over there for that. It's a big event. There were several of us in there, but it rained on the Thursday or Friday of the Country Goes Hunting during the first part of the day, and we were all huddled inside. And I think it was Thursday. We were all huddled inside there waiting on the rain to go, and had Easton Hamlin. He was there, a young kid from Tennessee, and I got video of him sitting right there in the motorhome with his guitar playing, having a good time. But we had a lot more room. Now, don't get me wrong. I wish I could afford to own a motorhome. I don't. I don't even have a camper. I don't even have a camper. I don't even own a tent anymore, by the way. I do have a tarp. I guess I could get up under.
The BK, if you're listening, at Horizon RV, hey.
Well, now, he's got plenty of them down there.
Yeah, he's loaded up, buddy.
I rode by there yesterday. He's got a lot of them down there.
Hey, when you go camping, what's the main thing that you need?
The main food. I mean, if I go anywhere, I got to have food.
Yeah, I figured you'd pick food. Actually, it's water.
Well, yeah, you got to have water.
You got to have water. You got to have water to drink. You got to have water to cook. You got to have water to clean up. What's the second thing that you need, especially if you take food?
Fire.
Ice. So there's a way to get around all that. Take all of your milk jugs and stuff, freeze them full of water, keep them in them ice chests to keep all your perishables cold, and as it melts, you got drinking and cleaning water.
Pretty
There's
nice.
your tip.
Hey, let's take this call right quick. Good morning, caller. You on the Good Outdoors?
Good morning, Dale. How y'all doing today?
Good, man. How about you?
Doing good. I just wanted to let y'all know I hadn't seen a big feet. I'm not doing anything that I hadn't done, but I just saw the biggest black panther that you'd ever want to see up here in the northwest corner of the county.
Of Lowndes County?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, big cat. He was a big one.
Northwest corner of Lowndes County. I'm trying to get a picture of this. Okay, I'm about nowhere close to the general
kind
area.
of up there in the Shiloh area, up in that area.
Wow. Just crossing the road or what?
No, he was actually, I ran to the corner and he was running down a fence line, and I thought at first it was a dog, and I said, well, I hadn't seen that dog before, and then I kind of got closer to him and I hit my bright lights on him, and when he turned the corner at the end of the fence, it was for sure you could tell exactly what he was, but a big black cat.
Saw that long tail, didn't you?
Yep.
Well, you know, they're around. You're not far from the river up in that area right there, so I guarantee they are around. They sure are.
That's right. Well, I've always heard about them all my life up in this area that they're up here, but I've never seen one until this morning. But the proof's in the pudding, boys.
I hear you. I've heard several times up in that area people seeing them, and also one other area in southern Lowndes County where people see them quite often. So they're around, man. People just don't realize it, but they are there.
That's right. All right, y'all have a good day.
Appreciate you calling, man.
Sure enough. Bye.
That's something neat to see.
Yeah, it is neat. You don't see them very often.
I've only seen one that I can remember in my life in the wild, and that was just a couple of years ago down in North Florida. Yeah. And it was just outside Lake Park.
I think I saw one time, so I'm not even sure of that. So
they're elusive, man. They're hard to see, and the black ones especially. You know, there's abnormalities in all color phases. You know, different things, but the actual black panther is only native to South Florida. Now the cougars and all that, they can be different colors and mountain lions, but they are around. They're all over the place, man.
Yep.
People just don't realize, just like bears. People don't realize there's how many bears are around, man. There's bears everywhere now.
Yeah, there's a pile of them.
Last year we had bear sightings right outside Ahire on 41, in a neighborhood that saw two different bears. Right down there, Matt's Hunting Club. You've seen bears before in Brooks County. Up and down the river, there's bears. Eccles County, they're loaded with them.
Our hunting club down at Wolf Bay.
Yeah. Eccles, Clinch County. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Clinch County holds the state record again for the heaviest bear. It's somewhere in that area of your hunting club down there, Fargo or something. Bears are everywhere. Cougars, mountain lions. I mean, they're all over the place, and they're getting more and more out there all the time. And people are seeing them, and I've yet to see, sitting in my deer stand, I've yet to see a bear in the wild as far as anywhere that, I've seen them like in Fargo and stuff like that, but I've really never seen them like on my hunting club. I haven't seen it yet, but I know it's coming. It's coming more and more. And I've yet to ride down the road here in South Georgia and see one standing out in a pecan orchard or something, or walking out in the pecan orchard, but other people have.
I've actually seen them.
Mm-hmm. They're around.
Seen them on the dirt roads.
They're around.
If it wasn't for Wild Adventures, I don't think I've ever seen a bear.
Really?
Let's take this call, too. Good morning, caller. You're on the Good Outdoors.
Hey.
How you doing?
I'm going on 129.
Mm-hmm.
If anybody's coming up that way, there's two big cows on the right-hand side of the road.
Wow.
They're real close to the road, so they need to be real careful. You can shout that out.
Where at on 129?
About I'm going towards Fitzgerald.
Okay.
So it's before you get to Coleman and Warren Road, they're on the right-hand side.
All right, well, sure, we'll put it out there. Appreciate you letting us know, man.
Seen, I don't know how many deers, but when I walked up on that one, rode up on that one, I said, dude, that's a little bit bigger than a deer.
Yeah, now, a cow can do some damage, can't they?
Yeah.
Hey, we appreciate you letting us know.
All right, talk to you later.
All righty.
Have a good one.
You too. If you're on 129, look out. There's some cows on the side of the road, got out of somebody's pen somewhere, got through the fence. They think the grass is greener on the other side, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that would be a bad start to your day.
Yes, it would, because, you know, a deer will do some damage to a car, but a cow ain't going to give a whole lot.
No.
So y'all be careful out there, man. Real careful. We don't want anybody to get hurt, especially by a cow or any other kind of wildlife, or to get hurt anyway.
Mm.
Talk about another camping trip I had when I was about, 14 years old. A bunch of guys got together. I was a freshman in high school. We went up to my Uncle W.R.'s place up in Cecil. We was going to camp and fish at night, and had a bunch of us. I don't know. There's probably 10 or 12 guys up there, and had Steve and Trey come up there trying to scare us that night. You know, they snuck up in there on us and tried to scare us. Of course, there's 10 or 12 of us. He ain't going to scare all of us. We was probably every one of them scared to death. Wasn't nobody going to say nothing. But we caught some fish, too. Got up the next morning. I remember the next morning I got up, man, I went out there and fished, and I caught the biggest titty brim I've ever caught in my life.
Wow.
I was fishing for bass with a brokeback Rebel, and that bluegill hit it, and I thought I had a bass on the line and reeled in a daggum brim. That thing, and I wanted to get it mounted, and never did, but it was huge. It was the biggest brim I ever seen. I still ain't seen
state
one.
record.
It might have been. I don't know. But it was huge. I ain't gonna lie, that thing was huge. But, I mean, camping, I do love it. Don't get me wrong. I do love to go camping. It's just I'm not going to rough it. I'm not going to go. You're right about carrying water with you. If you go camping, it's a big chore, but the rewards when you go with your kids, man, it's just fun.
And you know what? If it's just like anything else. If you prepare well enough, it's not that hard to do.
Well, most people that camp a lot are prepared.
You've got a couple hours of work, maybe getting everything loaded up and getting there and getting set up. It's not that bad.
Most people that camp, though, a lot, they're prepared.
Yeah, they got all their stuff together. It's all in one place.
Keep it in one place, and all they have to do is load up and go. Mm-hmm. It's like people with campers. A lot of people I know that have campers keep basically a separate wardrobe in their camper of clothes. So that way they don't ever have to pack clothes. They're already in there. Just when they get back, they wash them and put them back in the camper.
Well, my boys were smaller. There was like 6 weekends in a row that we went camping.
Wow.
And that's back when we tent camped. You get to the point where, I could do anything with almost nothing as far as cooking. I could make cinnamon rolls on the grill. You can make anything you want to make.
You can. One of the funniest things I remember back growing up, we camped a lot with hunting clubs. We always had a camp we went to. I remember one morning, Dad and them deep frying eggs. Actually, from the grease from the night before, they just dropped the eggs in there and deep fried them. That was the funniest thing in the world to me. I've never tried it.
It worked.
It did. Hey, we'll be right back here on the Good Outdoors. Thanks for listening, everybody.
With over 40,000 machines in the field, the pro's choice is Dixie Chopper. Be a pro, buy a chopper. Built right here in America with one simple goal. Build a mower that cuts more grass and doesn't break when you use it. Be a pro, buy a chopper. With Chopper's price, performance, and reliability guarantee, make the smart choice. Be a pro, buy a chopper.
Austin's Cattle Company's menu is so big and delicious. In order to fit everything in, we had to write a song about it. So take it away, boys.
'Cause we got hand-cut steaks and taters, too big to taste better than your grandmother pound cake. Hallelujah, and reach the sky, just load it up and pile it. How we got prime rib, seafood, salad, and baby back food so good it'll make your lips smack. Austin's Cattle Company's where you gotta go when your stomach gives you an attack. Come on in and sit on down, and you'll be treated like the king of town. Order up your favorite meal and turn that sad pound upside down. I guarantee you'll slap your knee when you eat it. Austin's Cattle Company.
Just head on down Austin's.
Woo, that's good.
So there you have it, folks. Next time you get a craving for something tasty, stop on by Austin's at exit 16 off I-75. There's something on the menu for everyone, and they serve big portions so you'll never leave hungry. From seafood and prime rib to the freshest hand-cut steaks, chicken, and ribs you can find. Austin's Cattle Company is truly an addiction you never have to quit.
Quitman, Georgia, and antiques go hand in hand. Tammy's Antiques and Consignment, located at 211 East Screven Street in Quitman, is a traditional Southern antique shop with a little twist, offering a consignment program that fits like a glove in the spacious downtown shop. But the real twist is Zumba. That's right, Tammy also offers Zumba fitness classes as well as tanning. Come by and check out the literally thousands of items upstairs and down. And if you have an item that you want Tammy to sell, bring it in. That's Tammy's Antiques and Consignment, 211 East Screven Street, Quitman, or give Tammy a call at 229-506-9146.
Attention Outdoor Nation. Adel Outfitters, located at exit 39 on I-75 in Adel, Georgia, has over 18,000 square feet of outdoor unbelievability just waiting on you. Specializing in a wide range of outdoor supplies for everyone, including hunting, fishing, shooting, kayaking, camping, Little League, clothing, knives, boots, you name it, Adel Outfitters has it. They also have that personal one-on-one attention that you just might not be getting from some of the big boxes, and Adel Outfitters has a whole lot less overhead, so you'll be surprised at the deals. So come see us now at Adel Outfitters, exit 39, Adel, Georgia. Woo-wee! Sweet Tea Smokehouse on South Hutchinson Avenue, Adel, is the bomb. You ain't had good old South Georgia barbecue if you ain't been to Sweet Tea Smokehouse. Ribs, chicken, pork, beef, good grief, this is some fine eating. And it ain't called Sweet Teas for nothing. Ice cold sweet tea and good old barbecue plate with all the trimmings is what living in the South is all about. Head up Highway 41 north towards Adel. Swing into Sweet Tea Smokehouse for lunch or dinner. Great Southern barbecue like it's supposed to be. And don't forget some of that fine Brunswick stew. Woo-wee!
You're listening to The Good Outdoors with Steve, Daryl, and Ronnie on 99.5 Kicks Country. Now, let's get back to the fun.
Welcome back to The Good Outdoors. Let me tell you, I am thankful, man. I am thankful that I don't have to do the Rusty Nut weather report today.
I'm thankful I'm here to do it.
Ronnie, let's have the Rusty Nut weather report, brother.
Currently 58 degrees. The barometer is at 30.1 and holding steady. Mm-hmm. We're going to have some summertime today, looks like.
Nice.
Yeah. Hey, hold it down. I'm trying to do the weather here.
You said something about summer. That's all I know.
Okay.
All right. You done talking now? I just had a glitch.
Daryl Sample over there.
He's not even ready.
Okay, today. Yeah, I was
Sample
ready.
done messed up the weather.
He messed me all up. Okay, today. Today, partly cloudy, high around 82. Winds south, 5 miles per hour. Tonight, partly cloudy. Lows around 57. South winds around 5 miles per hour, shifting to the southeast after midnight. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, high around 85. Southeast winds around 5 miles per hour tomorrow night. Partly cloudy, low around 60. Southeast winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Wednesday, mostly cloudy, high around 85. It's going to be just like tomorrow, basically. High around 85. South winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Partly cloudy with a 20% chance of rain Wednesday night. Showers and thunderstorms, low around 64.
Nice. Yep. You know, I don't know what's going on with the weather. I'm kind of concerned here. I've been watching the averages, you know, pulling up the averages and all for this time of year, and our high is only around 80, 81, 82 for an average.
Yep. And
here we are, been running, you know, 83s, 84s. I mean, one day at 61, but now we're going up to the mid 80s.
Yeah, 82 today, 85 tomorrow, 85 Wednesday.
So, it changes, I understand, year to year, month to month, day to day.
Well, come Friday, you're back down, highs around they're still in the upper 70s, 76 to 79.
It's just kind of strange how I don't know what's affecting our weather out there so much. I just,
jet stream.
Yeah, I guess
no, the Earth has shifted a little bit. We're farther south than we used to.
Okay. Here comes conspiracy theories.
We're constantly shifting. So it's something that's going to happen over time.
We're constantly shifting.
We're always evolving.
No, we're always revolving.
Or spinning.
It's a Daryl Sampleism.
Yeah.
Some Daryl Sampleism going on up in here this morning. Wanda Stone posted here
WWDD.
a Facebook. What would Daryl do? But Wanda Stone posted a picture said her sister-in-law in Bremen, Georgia this weekend, they caught about 15 bass, but they're all catch and release only because they don't eat fish. Woman, don't you know somebody out there that eats fish?
Me.
No, I'm just kidding. Catch and release, man, you have to do that. It's conservation.
You got to do it.
But, there are times when you can keep some fish, too. Some ponds actually need for some fish to be kept.
Yep.
Several of them out there do. And that's the ones I like to go on to. the ones that like that, that I can keep the fish.
Yeah.
And
you can eat some fish.
And Ashley Coombs chimed in and said, heard a guy talking about the Panthers, said and Ashley lives out there, says has been some in the area for years. I've heard them back when he was a kid. And I remember specifically back when we were growing up, Ashley, a little further from there, off of just the other side of 122, there was one around the Vickers out there. I remember that specifically because they were hearing it at night a lot. And they were hearing it, and just like Ashley says, it sounds like somebody screaming bloody murder. It's been a while since he's heard any reports, but I remember this one specifically. They were hearing it out there, screaming a lot around the cow pastures and all. I don't know if it ever lost any livestock to it, but they had DNR and everybody come out there and investigate it. So, and I know just a year or two ago, right there at the exit there on North Valdosta Road exit where friend Jason Taylor lives, there was actually one running through their neighborhood, and it run through a flower bed or something and left the prettiest track they said you ever seen in the world, for a cat like that. And they called DNR out there, and they come out there and investigated, took pictures and all that. And I think their official stance was that there's no cats here in Georgia. I think the track's right there. They come and investigated it, but that's Georgia's stance. There are no wild cats like that. That's the state of Georgia's stance. It's not illegal to kill them. If you don't... You don't believe that? I asked a guy in Georgia that shot one a couple of years ago. He was prosecuted.
Yeah, and didn't that cat had a tracking collar on, didn't it?
No, not that one.
Okay.
I'm talking about the one that was just a couple of years ago in middle or North Georgia. Mm-hmm. He shot one because, it come out, and Georgia's stance is there's no such thing as them in Georgia. Well, he shot him, and everything was fine. They sent this cat off and had DNA of this cat done. The only way to tell the difference in the federally protected species and the other species is a DNA test. He should have done that before he shot him, because this was actually a federally protected one. He should have got DNA first, and he was prosecuted for shooting this one.
He should have held him down, stuck a syringe in him.
But still,
you could put a hair off of him.
Still, there are none in Georgia.
Yeah,
that's Georgia's stance. State of Georgia, you gotta love them. So we're gonna do a little show about that. But
I got it now. Georgia couldn't prosecute him, but federal could.
Yep,
I got you.
And he was prosecuted.
Catching up now.
Sure was. And appreciate that heads up on that, Ashley. I know, I've heard many reports, especially around the northern end of the county on that area, the northwestern end, over the years of cats being in the area. And they have a huge home range, man. A cat, like that will have like a 10 square mile home range. We were out in Texas deer hunting several years ago, and the owner of the service, the guide service we was out there with, he said, look, if you see a cat, it's legal in Texas to shoot them, and please shoot them. I beg you to shoot them. I think he may even offer $100 for us to shoot them. I'm not sure. But he said, more than likely you're not going to see them. I said, well, why is that? He said, they have a 10 square mile home range. I said, that's kind of big. That's a big old area. He said, yeah, but you got to think, if a cat has a 1 square mile home area, he's going to eat himself out of house and home really quick. Mm-hmm. So they travel, they migrate a lot to keep from eating everything in one spot all the time. It makes a lot of sense when you think about it.
It does.
And I'm sure up in the northern area, it's probably a little bit less of a home range. It's probably not quite as big. But there's actually seasons on them out in the north, north and northwest. They're around. There's a lot of things in the good outdoors people don't even know are here. I've talked to people that don't even know turkeys are around. They don't even know turkeys are here. Can you believe that?
That's crazy.
Yeah, man, there's turkeys, there's deer, and wild hogs. There's hogs in places you don't even think there's wild hogs. There's wild hogs right here, right outside of Valdosta, Georgia.
Yeah,
I mean, just practically within the city limits almost.
Mm-hmm.
Wild hogs, and they're there, and they're in people's yards sometimes. And people just don't realize it.
They're everywhere.
Somebody's hogs got out of the pen. No, those aren't in a pen.
Wild.
Sorry.
Those have never been in a pen.
Alligators, people saying, well, where all these alligators come from? Well, look, it's starting to be the mating season for alligators, so you're going to start seeing them more and more. They're getting out.
There's very few holes of water with any significant size to them that don't have an alligator.
You're exactly right. The ones that don't have an alligator probably have a whole lot of boat traffic on them.
Yeah.
Just like in Long Pond down there in Lake Park. There's not one in there. He'd get bounced out of the water.
Yeah, he would.
You come next month, man, it's going to be, you can't even get in there. The waves will be just crazy coming up on the shore, man. All the people out there in the boats. A lot of people out there this weekend.
Yeah, they're just getting them boats tuned up now.
Boating is another great outdoor activity, and I'm going to have to partake in some of that as soon as turkey season's over, get out there in the boat. And
I like it.
And Bulldog C. Hall, I hope you're listening. He called me, I think it was Friday, said he's off, I think, next week, and said that is the time for us to go bass fishing. So look out, son, because here I come. If there's any way I can swing it, I'm going to go. I'm going to go catch some fish with Mr. Bulldog.
He can flat show put you on him.
I guarantee you he
Fun
can.
to fish with, too.
I bet he is.
He is.
He puts a lot of good posts up on Facebook, man. He does, just inspirational posts, just talking about put a smile on your face. He seems like, he's just a great guy.
Well, he's an upbeat person.
Yeah,
Just
great supporter of ours.
Fun to be with.
Great supporter of ours, and and really helpful in anything that we set out to do. Man, I tell you what, I've enjoyed this morning's show. We've talked about a lot of nothing.
Yeah, we have, but we've talked about a lot of nothing well.
And we got the river trip coming up. Ricky Stone and them out of Nashville. They're putting in Willacoochee, Georgia. I know about where they're putting into. We used to be in a hunting club right there. Go gar fishing down there a lot. That's another thing that I want to get back into is gar fishing.
That's not hard to do.
Man, I hadn't done it in a long time, and I'm ready to get back after it. Gar fishing's fun.
I've never eaten one.
People do, though.
I know they do, but I don't plan on having to.
No, but people, I didn't know this either till several years ago, but they take the back straps out of the gar, and they say it's some really, really fine eating. I never have done. I remember going, me and Steve used to get in the back of the truck with Daddy and Uncle Pat, Daddy's brother, and me and Steve wasn't, we wasn't even 15 years old yet, and it'd be summertime, but you know how cool it is in the mornings, especially when you're a kid. Well, we'd get in the back of the truck now from Hayhire, Georgia, and Daddy would have us blankets piled up in the back of the truck to keep us warm, and we'd pile up back there under them blankets, and we would stay there all the way to Willacoochee, Georgia. Now, and this is before daylight, in the mornings, and freezing our butts off. Not really, because we were snuggled up warm. I think we might have gotten sleeping bags and put blankets on top of us in the back of the truck. Rode all the way from Hayhire to Willacoochee, Georgia, to get out on the sandbar and garfish all morning long. And when we come back, there wasn't no blankets and no daggum sleeping bags because it was too hot. So we were just sitting up on the fenders then, But we rode in the back of the truck all the way, and that was just funny to me. It's a long way to be riding the back of the truck.
It's amazing when you think back at how many times that you had that you were just at the house, you weren't outside doing something. Like
I don't.
Your dad was like my grandfather. We were either hunting or we were fishing.
Or we were somewhere in the outdoors.
We were either hunting or fishing. If we were outside, we were going to be doing one of the two.
I remember in the summertime, me and Daddy used to, we'd be sitting there, it'd get dark late, and after we eat, me and Daddy would get in a truck a lot of times and hit dirt roads and just go to riding and looking at animals, ride. Hey, let's take this call. Good morning, caller. You're on the Good Outdoors.
Hey, bud. I moved up here, it was in 06, and I lived northwest of Teeterville. Northeast of Teeterville, out there in the woods.
Yep.
And I just built a pole barn. And I was working in Ocilla, come in, it was just after dark, and on the other side of my pole barn, a darn wildcat screamed.
Yes, sir. It scared you too.
You talk about something to make you step high.
Woo!
It about scared me to death.
That sounds like a woman screaming, doesn't it?
And I did the very same thing. I went to work the next morning and called DNR and tried to report it. And they exactly told me what y'all said, that there is no panthers in the state of Georgia.
That's their stance, and still the stance to this day, as far as I know.
And that ain't true. Now, since then, I've heard it off in the distance several other times. But I swear he was right on the other side of that pole barn.
Oh, yeah. Sounds like a woman screaming. Hey, I appreciate you letting us know that. They're out there, man. I agree with you.
No problem, buddy. Have a good one.
You too, man. I remember the first one I ever heard. I probably wasn't 7 or 8 years old down at Greenwood Sportsman's Club in Stockton at the camp that night, and everybody was outside, and it was out over there on a deer carcass, had to be, and it was out there screaming like a woman. It sounded like a woman screaming. Hey, we're going to take our last break here on the Good Outdoors. We'll be right back.
So, Dawson, is Dad still ill about you calling him out on his shooting ability?
I don't think so, but I have seen him on the range a lot more lately.
Dad always says practice makes perfect.
That's what he says, but I don't think it works for adults.
Why do you say that?
Well, from the look of the scorecard, it's making it worse.
Dawson, bring me some more shotgun shells.
Okay, Dad.
If you need some practice, come by Southwind Clays and Quail on the Quitman Highway just past the river headed towards Quitman. With a top-notch clubhouse, a 5-stand, sporting clays range, as well as a rifle and pistol range, Southwind has what you need to succeed. World-class quail hunting is also available with some of the finest bird dogs around.
Dad sure shoots a lot.
Yeah, if he keeps this up, Mom's gonna be mad.
Why is that?
Because he's spending all Mom's shopping money on shotgun shells.
Hi, I'm Barry Broom with Allstate Insurance Company. I'm a big fan of the great outdoors. There are many recreational activities that allow us to enjoy God's creation. There's boating, camping, hunting, hiking, fishing. Think about all the gear, equipment, and vehicles that we have that make those times outdoors so memorable. When it comes to protecting and insuring your firearm, your boat, RV, camper, four-wheeler, even your golf cart, think of me, Barry Broom, your Allstate agent. Call me at 229-244-9856 or visit me online at barrybroom.com. Go make a memory. Enjoy your great outdoors.
Jones Welding and Industrial Supply has been serving South Georgia and North Florida for over 3 decades. With 9 locations in the South, Jones Welding and Industrial Supply is a full-line distributor for all welding and industrial supplies. The Jones mission is to provide quality products at a competitive price in order to supply the best service available. Jones Welding and Industrial Supply has built a reputation for good, honest, old-fashioned service. For a location near you, visit www.joneswelding.com. Jones Welding and Industrial Supply is a proud supporter of the good outdoors. Val Optics on Patterson Street in Valdosta, Georgia has been providing 1-hour service for 25 years. From eyeglass repair to eye exams conducted by one of 2 on-site optometrists, Val Optics is there for all of your eyesight concerns. There is no need for an appointment and most insurances are accepted. Val Optics also accepts outside prescriptions. So if you need eyeglass repair or an eye exam, stop by Val Optics at 601 North Patterson Street, Valdosta, Georgia. 25 years in business says it all.
So you need a car, truck, or SUV? Look no further than Midway Auto Emporium at 4189 Bemis Road, Valdosta, Georgia. Cameron and Melissa Tucker has been serving the Valdosta area for over 7 years now. They are a family-owned and operated local business with hometown values and still believe in handshake deals. With a great selection of used cars, trucks, and SUVs, with a Carfax report on every one of them, along with bank financing at all credit levels and interest rates as low as 1.85% with approved credit. 4189 Bemis Road, or visit their website at midwayautoemporium.com.
It's the Good Outdoors on 99.5 Kicks Country. Now, let's get back to the fun, talking about everything to do with the outdoors with Steve, Daryl, and Ronnie.
Hey, welcome back to the Good Outdoors. This is our wrap-up segment brought to you by Southwind Sporting Clays and Quail. You know, I haven't talked to John. I've been saying I'm going to call him. He texted me the other morning and gave me the name of the people that does some burning for him out there, woods burning, and that's another segment we're going to, try to talk some on here soon. I'm going to get some people involved, but let me tell you, go out there to Southwind Sporting Clays and Quail. You can shoot sporting clays, quail hunt during quail season, birthday parties for kids. Got a great clubhouse. John does it all out there. And you talk about getting kids involved in the outdoors. That is an awesome place to go. Carry your kids out there and shoot around the sporting clays or shoot some 5-stand. Or take them out there for a 22 shoot at a birthday party.
Or just take them out there to the shooting range. That's a good way to get them, teach them how to do it.
Rifle and pistol range.
Yep.
Great place to be. We can't say enough about them. A great supporter of the Good Outdoors radio show is John Peak and Southwind Sporting Clays. He's been on board from the start. John, I want to personally say thank you again for your support, man, because without you,
He's meant a lot to us.
We couldn't do a lot of what we do. Speaking of sponsors, guys, we have a lot of people that support the Good Outdoors radio show, and we want to go through a few of them this morning and want you to go into these places and support them for supporting us, for letting us to be able to come bring you this show every morning.
And tell them.
Yeah. Tell them, say, hey, I heard it on Good Outdoors. 8L Outfitters, T3 Outdoors, Austin Steakhouse, Johnson Distributing, Bubba Jacks. Man, they have an awesome events coming up on Monday nights. We're going to start pushing them on Monday nights instead of Wednesday nights now. And great food there. Crystal River Seafood. Man, that's another good place.
Yep.
Justamere Farms. Justamere Farms last week had since it was spring break, they had, I think it was $50 a day for kids to get out there and ride horses, just have a great time at a camp. You can't say enough about them. SWAT Graphics, made some decals for us and some stickers. So we appreciate what they did. Midway Auto Emporium, Cameron, man, they've got some great vehicles out there. Go out and see them on Bemis Road. Brigman Cabinets in Hayhire, Georgia. You know, if you need some cabinets made, go up there and see Bernie Briegman, man. He'll take care of you.
They're going to be quality.
Yeah, they will. Lisa with Fast Tax. I mean, great places to get your income tax done, and April 15th coming up.
Yep.
Sweet Tea's Barbecue. Ooh, Sweet Tea's Smokehouse. Adel, Georgia, man. That's some fine eating right there. Kerry Scarborough with Deep South Sanitation. Let me tell you, I can't say enough about them because the past 2 Saturdays in a row, I've been turkey hunting and
forgot to roll your can out.
Forgot to roll my can out there, but you know what? My can has been empty 2 weeks in a row. Yep. They do not miss a beat. White Brothers Automotive.
White Brothers Auto Supply.
Auto Supply.
Get anything you need.
Yes, sir. Jones Welding. Go by for all your welding supply needs, even if it's just small projects at home or if you have a business. You know, use Jones Welding because they're a great sponsor to Good Outdoors. Barry Broom and Broom Insurance, man. Man, can't say enough about him. He has the best commercial, I think, that we have out there. He wrote it and did it all on his own.
And Barry's definitely about getting kids involved in the outdoors.
Oh, he loves it, man. He loves it. And the Cup and Cake Shop. You know, can't say enough about Kim.
Yeah, we like them.
Yeah, we do. We got to get her a commercial. We don't have her commercial on yet. I'm kind of waiting. She's getting her a nice shop opened up, and we're going to get together and get that one on. Dixie Chopper. You know, B&B Golf Carts and Dixie Chopper. Can't say enough about them, man. And I guarantee you, I've left somebody out. I just can't remember who it is. I guarantee I have.
List in front of me.
But I'm sure I probably have left somebody out. Tammy's Antiques. Brand new one that came on board. And just got her commercial rolling in there for us, too, you know. So I want to thank all our fine sponsors out there, and anybody that I forgot, I guarantee you I'm going to get a text or a phone call here shortly. Val Optics, that is another one.
Yep.
And you know what? I've got to get by there and see Beth.
I'm going to have to go by there, too.
Because my eyesight's not what it used to be. And I've been fighting it for almost 4 years.
Ain't nothing 43. I got what it used to be.
I'm almost 44 years old. I've been fighting it for 4 years. Everybody at work said, wait till you turn 40, your eyesight's going to start going. I said, man, my eyesight's good. Man, just go and leave me alone, y'all old people.
I bet your wife can't wait till her starts fading.
You know, that's funny. That's funny you say that. Michelle's blind as a bat without her contacts in. And every night when we go to bed, before I go in there, she takes her contacts out. Now I understand why. Thanks, Ronnie. I don't know what. Yeah. Anyway, but no, I need to get by there and see Val Optics because I got to get me some eyes, some help because my eyesight's starting to fade. I do not like that.
And maybe it'll help you find them turkeys.
Yeah. I don't need the eyesight. I need the turkeys to cooperate for that. I don't know, man. Turkeys. That's becoming very personal to me. The turkeys. I'm telling you, I'm fixing to get on them and I don't know. I don't know. I'm just aggravated with the turkeys. I think some other people, you know, I come home Saturday after lunch and I jumped on Facebook. I said, I want to see what everybody else is doing. And there's
everybody killed turkeys.
Dirk Harrell, he killed one. Paul McSwain, I think, killed a double Saturday morning, I think.
Look at Kevin Farrell, Pecker Record turkey calls. Man, they got them all over the place.
What in the world's wrong with me? Do I stink? Well, don't answer that. But did the turkey smell me?
Man, I had my mouth open, fixed to blast him.
Did the turkey smell me? No, I honestly think what my problem is we're dealing with so many turkeys that they're just henned up so bad.
They are.
And I think probably the next 3 weeks out there is when it's going to get really good. And I'm going to be there. I'm not going to give up on them. I may take
from day one when we went out there and started calling these turkeys.
Mm-hmm.
And they were everywhere.
2 weeks before the season
everywhere.
Started. There was hens everywhere.
You heard gobblers and hens.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what your problem is.
Yeah, it's just aggravating. You know, I know what it is. I do know. It's just aggravating when I get there and I can't make a turkey work. I can't even strike a gobbler. That's just unusual to me.
He's busy.
But I can usually make them gobble. Even if I get close enough to them and they don't know I'm in the world, I can usually strike them and make them gobble, and then I know they're there. If I know they're there, at least I don't get so frustrated.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I don't know. I'm having fun. I'm not going to give up. I just may go to a different place here for a day or two. I was going to go this morning, Nick. I hope you're listening out there, buddy. I can't go this morning. He was going to go on one side. I was going to go on the other, and we were going to team up. And I forgot I was going to text him a while ago, but I can't go. I can't make it this morning. So good luck to you. You've already killed one. He was actually going to, if he struck one on the other side, he was going to call me, and I was going to run over there. And he said, I done killed one. So come on. He was trying to help.
Oh.
Yeah, but anyway, if I'd have had a gun Saturday morning with me, I'd have killed one of them jakes. I'd have broke dice. But I was trying to help them. and thought we had enough guns in the woods. You can't never have enough guns in the woods, by the way. Carry them with you. Saw some deer. Saw plenty of deer again. Actually on the riverside this time, we saw a few. But just
they need to kill some does over there, don't they?
I think so, but I don't know. They don't kill enough. They say they're going to, but that's not. If I was in this hunting club, I would do my part. But I'm not. I'm actually a guest, and you can't. This place, you can't find a better place to be. It's awesome, awesome area. Not going to say any more about it. Just love it. Love to go. Love to be there. Love to be involved with it. Love to be involved with carrying them out there. Or going out there with them, and
starts like you're carrying them to their own place.
Yeah. Man, I tell you though, I just love it because you're getting out there with people that's never turkey hunted before.
Well, I was going to say that. Even though y'all haven't closed the deal, I'm pretty sure they've enjoyed every trip.
I think they have. And
I know Matt has.
That's why I worked so hard with Matt and his dad trying to get them a turkey. They've never turkey hunted before, and they don't. They telling me that they're getting frustrated. And it was funny. They're getting frustrated because, man, during deer season we see just 20 and 30 hens at a time. I said, guys, I know the turkeys are here. If I thought the turkeys weren't here, I wouldn't be here.
Oh, there's plenty of them over there.
I said, so y'all don't worry about it. I know they're here, and it's just a matter of time. That's all it is a matter of time. We're gonna get on them, and it's gonna come in just perfectly. Steve was up in Middle Georgia this weekend. They had some good close encounters. He had 2 grown gobblers at 60 yards that wouldn't come in. And then Eddie's son missed one Saturday afternoon. And Steve sent me the video yesterday, and I was watching it. It's a crude video, the way he had to send it to me on my phone. And these 2 gobblers come in there like they were on a string. But I noticed they were coming real fast, and I noticed Eddie didn't call any. And these turkeys went right on by the blind, and as they were going to get away, the boy shot and missed, young boy. He shot and missed, and the 2 turkeys run off. I immediately text Steve. I said, where was the calling? What was he doing? I said, I'd have stopped them birds. They shot too soon, or either them birds was after a live hen. And they had decoys and all out there, but they come right on by the decoys. So I said, what's going on? What happened? And Steve said, well, they're not big turkey hunters. They didn't know any better. All they had to do was cluck and purr just a little bit, and the turkeys would have probably stopped right there, blew up, and he could have just blew his head off.
Wow. Already?
2 hours. Done went by.
Shazam.
The Good Outdoors is calling my name, man. Time to get out there and get after it and have a good time. And Pam Neesmith, we appreciate you chiming in this morning. I don't know exactly what you said. I probably can't get it pulled up before they have to get off the air, but appreciate you listening and welcome back. Have a good day. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow.
Toodles.
You've been listening to The Good Outdoors on 99.5 Kicks Country with Steve, Daryl, and Ronnie. Join us every weekday at 4:30 when we'll do it again.